Welcome to the ultimate tutorial on dark psychology, an in-depth exploration of the subtle, often hidden, techniques that can help you navigate the complexities of relationships with women. This guide delves into the psychology of influence, persuasion, and control, offering you powerful tools to understand and master the dynamics between men and women. Dark psychology isn't about manipulation for manipulation's sake, it's about understanding the deeper motivations and triggers that drive behavior. By mastering these techniques, you can gain the upper hand in any interaction, ensuring that you get what you want while maintaining respect and integrity. In this comprehensive tutorial, we'll cover everything from recognizing psychological triggers to using advanced persuasion techniques. We'll explore how to read women's emotions, respond to their needs, and influence their decisions in subtle yet effective ways. Whether you're looking to strengthen your relationships, increase your influence, or simply gain a deeper understanding of female psychology, this guide is your blueprint for success. This isn't just a lesson in theory, it's about actionable strategies you can start using immediately. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have the insights and tools needed to navigate the complex world of relationships with women confidently and effectively. So, stay tuned, watch till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Your engagement shows your commitment to mastering the art of influence and getting everything done with women. Let's dive into the powerful world of dark psychology together. In ancient times, Stoic philosophers were renowned for their profound understanding of human nature. Their insights into human behavior extended beyond self-mastery to include the dynamics of relationships. They developed skills to comprehend how women think and behave, allowing them to navigate relationships with wisdom and efficiency. By understanding certain weaknesses, they could spend less time struggling and more time building meaningful connections. Today, we can apply this Stoic wisdom to identify and understand crucial weaknesses that, when recognized, can give you significant power in relationships. These insights can help you foster better, more balanced interactions and avoid unnecessary complications. 1. Seeking validation and approval. In ancient times, Stoic philosophers were keen observers of human behavior, recognizing that many women, like men, have an inherent need for validation and approval. This need often manifests in various ways, such as seeking compliments, needing reassurance about their choices and appearance, or constantly seeking affirmation from others. Understanding this can give you an edge in your interactions and help you build stronger, more balanced relationships. When you recognize a woman's need for validation, you can provide it in measured doses, making her feel appreciated and understood without overwhelming her. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of acting with intention and purpose. However, it is crucial to be sincere and authentic in your actions. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of acting according to reason and virtue. Therefore, while acknowledging her need for validation, ensure your compliments and reassurances are genuine and heartfelt. This approach fosters trust and respect, creating a balanced dynamic where both parties feel valued. Furthermore, knowing when to withhold validation is equally important. Constantly feeding a woman's need for validation can create an unhealthy dependency, where her self-worth becomes tied to your approval. This behavior often indicates deeper insecurities and a lack of self-esteem. By not always providing validation, you encourage her to develop her own self-confidence and self-worth. This aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rational decision-making. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, taught that we should focus on what is within our control and accept what is not. In this context, you can help a woman address her insecurities by being supportive and encouraging. Help her recognize her strengths and achievements and provide reassurance without enabling negative behaviors. By maintaining this balance, you not only help her grow as an individual but also create a healthier, more stable relationship dynamic. Before getting involved, observe her behavior and consider whether she seeks genuine connection or merely physical validation. Respecting both your own and her emotional well-being is paramount, and avoiding such entanglements aligns with the Stoic principle of living virtuously. 2. Emotional dependency. Emotional dependency is another significant weakness that can affect relationships. Some women may rely heavily on their partners for emotional support, making them vulnerable to mood swings and instability. Recognizing this can provide you with a powerful tool to manage your interactions more effectively and create a balanced relationship. From a Stoic perspective, maintaining emotional balance is crucial. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, taught that true strength lies in maintaining control over oneself and not being swayed by external forces. When dealing with an emotionally dependent woman, it is essential to remain calm and composed. Your stability can provide a grounding influence, helping her navigate her emotions more effectively. However, it is also important to set boundaries. Encouraging emotional independence is key to a healthy relationship. This means not becoming her sole source of emotional support and instead fostering an environment where she can develop her own coping mechanisms. This approach not only empowers her, but also ensures that the relationship does not become a burden on your emotional well-being. Stoic wisdom also emphasizes the importance of self-reliance and personal growth. Encourage her to develop her emotional resilience by exploring activities that boost her self-esteem and self-worth. This could include pursuing hobbies, engaging in physical exercise, or seeking professional help if needed. By promoting her emotional independence, you create a relationship dynamic that is balanced and mutually supportive. It is also essential to recognize that emotional dependency can sometimes be a sign of deeper issues such as anxiety or depression. If you notice that her emotional dependency is affecting her well-being, it may be necessary to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. 3. Insecurity and self-esteem issues. Insecurity and self-esteem issues are common weaknesses that can affect anyone, regardless of gender. For some women, these issues can manifest in behaviors such as jealousy, possessiveness, or constant comparison to others. Understanding and addressing these insecurities can give you significant power in the relationship. Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. In this context, you can help a woman address her insecurities by being supportive and encouraging. Help her recognize her strengths and achievements and provide reassurance without enabling negative behaviors. At the same time, it is important to maintain your own boundaries and not let her insecurities dominate the relationship. Encourage her to develop self-esteem through her own efforts and achievements. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-reliance and promotes a healthier, more balanced relationship. Furthermore, it is important to recognize that insecurity can sometimes be a sign of deeper emotional issues such as past trauma or unresolved conflicts. If you notice that her insecurities are affecting her well-being, it may be necessary to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. By understanding and addressing a woman's insecurities, you create a relationship dynamic that is supportive and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties are emotionally healthy and resilient. 4. Fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is a powerful emotion that can influence a woman's behavior in various ways. It can manifest as hesitance in expressing true feelings, reluctance to take risks in relationships, or even preemptive rejection of others to protect herself from potential hurt. Recognizing and understanding this fear can provide you with significant power in your interactions, allowing you to create a more supportive and understanding relationship. From a Stoic perspective, fear of rejection is rooted in the human desire for acceptance and approval, which can lead to irrational behaviors and emotional turmoil. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. In this context, it means acknowledging her fear and providing a safe space where she feels valued and respected. When a woman fears rejection, she may test the waters before fully committing to a relationship. This can result in mixed signals where she alternates between showing interest and pulling away. Understanding this behavior allows you to remain patient and composed, providing consistent support without overwhelming her. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and acting with reason. It's important to communicate openly and honestly about her fears. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns without judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and reduce her fear of rejection. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also empowers her to face her fears and grow emotionally. Moreover, demonstrating your own resilience and confidence can have a positive influence on her. Show that you value her for who she is, regardless of any imperfections or past experiences. This helps to build trust and demonstrates that rejection is not a reflection of her worth. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, noted that true strength lies in maintaining control over oneself and not being swayed by external forces. By embodying this principle, you create a stable and supportive environment where her fear of rejection can diminish. It's also essential to set healthy boundaries. While it's important to be supportive, you should not enable negative behaviors that stem from her fear of rejection. Encourage her to take small steps towards overcoming her fear, such as expressing her feelings honestly or taking risks in a controlled environment. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Understanding that fear of rejection often stems from past experiences or deep-seated insecurities is crucial. If her fear is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her fears and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's fear of rejection, you create a relationship dynamic that is supportive, empowering, and resilient. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 5. Desire for control. The desire for control is another significant weakness that can affect a woman's behavior in relationships. This can manifest in various ways, such as trying to dictate the terms of the relationship, being overly possessive, or attempting to manage every aspect of her partner's life. Understanding this desire and learning how to navigate it can provide you with significant power in your interactions. From a Stoic perspective, the desire for control is rooted in the fear of uncertainty and the need for security. Epictetus taught that we should focus on what is within our control and accept what is not. In the context of a relationship, this means recognizing her need for control and finding a balance that respects both her desire for security and your need for autonomy. When a woman exhibits controlling behavior, it is important to set clear and healthy boundaries. Communicate openly about your expectations and the importance of mutual respect in the relationship. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting with intention and purpose. By establishing boundaries, you create a framework that allows both parties to feel secure without compromising their individuality. It is also important to address the underlying reasons for her desire for control. Often, this behavior stems from past experiences or insecurities. Encourage her to express her fears and concerns openly. By listening and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and reduce her need for control. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, creating a healthier dynamic. Demonstrating your own confidence and stability can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you are capable of handling your own life and responsibilities, which can help her feel more at ease. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-reliance and personal growth. By embodying these principles, you create an environment where her desire for control can diminish. It's also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps towards relinquishing control, such as delegating responsibilities or allowing for spontaneity in the relationship. This gradual approach helps her build trust and confidence over time. Recognize that the desire for control often stems from a fear of vulnerability. If her behavior is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her fears and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's desire for control, you create a relationship dynamic that is balanced, respectful, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 6. Inconsistent behavior. Inconsistent behavior is another weakness that can affect a woman's interactions in relationships. This can manifest as mood swings, changing her mind frequently, or sending mixed signals. Understanding and addressing this inconsistency can provide you with significant power in managing your interactions and creating a more stable relationship. From a Stoic perspective, inconsistency often stems from internal conflicts or unresolved emotions. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-awareness and rational decision-making. Recognizing the reasons behind her inconsistent behavior allows you to respond with patience and understanding. When dealing with a woman who exhibits inconsistent behavior, it is important to remain calm and composed. Your stability can provide a grounding influence, helping her navigate her emotions more effectively. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and not being swayed by external forces. Open and honest communication is key to addressing inconsistent behavior. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns without judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and reduce her inconsistency. This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also empowers her to address her internal conflicts. It's also important to set clear boundaries and expectations. Inconsistent behavior can create confusion and uncertainty in a relationship. By establishing clear guidelines and communicating openly about your needs, you create a framework that promotes stability and mutual respect. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting with intention and purpose. Demonstrating your own resilience and confidence can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you value consistency and reliability and model these behaviors in your interactions. Epictetus taught that true strength lies in maintaining control over oneself and not being swayed by external forces. By embodying this principle, you create a stable and supportive environment where her inconsistent behavior can diminish. It is also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps towards more consistent behavior, such as setting personal goals or developing routines. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Recognize that inconsistent behavior often stems from deeper emotional issues such as anxiety or past trauma. If her behavior is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her internal conflicts and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's inconsistent behavior, you create a relationship dynamic that is stable, supportive, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 7. Emotional dependency. Emotional dependency is another significant weakness that can affect a woman's behavior in relationships. This can manifest as a need for constant reassurance, excessive clinginess, or an inability to function independently. Understanding and addressing this dependency can provide you with significant power in managing your interactions and creating a healthier relationship dynamic. From a Stoic perspective, emotional dependency often stems from insecurities or past experiences that have left a person feeling vulnerable. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and internal strength. Recognizing the reasons behind her dependency allows you to respond with empathy and support. When dealing with a woman who exhibits emotional dependency, it is important to provide a sense of stability and reassurance. Your consistent support can help her feel more secure and reduce her dependency. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and providing support to others without losing your own sense of self. Open and honest communication is key to addressing emotional dependency. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns openly without fear of judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and understood. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, creating a healthier dynamic. It's also important to set clear boundaries and expectations. Emotional dependency can create an imbalance in a relationship where one person relies too heavily on the other for emotional support. By establishing clear guidelines and communicating openly about your needs, you create a framework that promotes mutual respect and independence. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting with intention and purpose. Encouraging her to develop her own interests and activities can also help reduce emotional dependency. Support her in pursuing hobbies, career goals, or social connections that do not revolve around the relationship. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of personal growth and self-improvement. By fostering her independence, you help her build confidence and resilience. Demonstrating your own emotional strength and stability can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you are capable of managing your own emotions and maintaining a balanced perspective. Epictetus taught that true strength lies in maintaining control over oneself and not being swayed by external forces. By embodying this principle, you create a stable and supportive environment where her emotional dependency can diminish. It is also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps towards emotional independence, such as setting personal goals or developing self-care routines. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Recognize that emotional dependency often stems from deeper emotional issues such as anxiety or past trauma. If her dependency is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her dependency and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's emotional dependency, you create a relationship dynamic that is balanced, supportive, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 8. Need for approval. The need for approval is another weakness that can significantly influence a woman's behavior in relationships. This can manifest as a constant desire for validation, fear of criticism, or changing her behavior to please others. Understanding and addressing this need can provide you with significant power in managing your interactions and creating a more authentic relationship dynamic. From a Stoic perspective, the need for approval is rooted in the desire for acceptance and fear of rejection. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-acceptance and focusing on one's own values rather than seeking validation from others. Recognizing the reasons behind her need for approval allows you to respond with empathy and support. When dealing with a woman who exhibits a strong need for approval, it is important to provide consistent and genuine validation. Your support can help her feel valued and reduce her reliance on external approval. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and providing support to others without compromising your own integrity. Open and honest communication is key to addressing the need for approval. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns openly without fear of judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and understood. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, creating a healthier dynamic. It's also important to encourage her to develop her own sense of self-worth. Support her in pursuing activities and goals that align with her values and passions, rather than seeking approval from others. Epictetus taught that true happiness comes from within and is not dependent on external validation. By fostering her self-acceptance, you help her build confidence and resilience. Demonstrating your own self-assurance and authenticity can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you value your own opinions and remain true to yourself, regardless of external validation. This sets an example for her to follow and encourages her to develop her own sense of self-worth. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of living according to one's own values and principles. By embodying this principle, you create an environment where her need for approval can diminish. It is also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps toward self-acceptance, such as setting personal goals or developing self-care routines. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Recognize that the need for approval often stems from deeper emotional issues such as low self-esteem or past trauma. If her need for approval is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her need for approval and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's need for approval, you create a relationship dynamic that is authentic, supportive, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 9. Fear of abandonment. Fear of abandonment is a powerful weakness that can influence a woman's behavior in relationships. This can manifest as clinginess, jealousy, or anxiety about the relationship ending. Understanding and addressing this fear can provide you with significant power in managing your interactions and creating a more secure relationship dynamic. From a Stoic perspective, the fear of abandonment is rooted in the desire for security and the fear of being alone. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-reliance and inner strength. Recognizing the reasons behind her fear allows you to respond with empathy and support. When dealing with a woman who exhibits a fear of abandonment, it is important to provide a sense of stability and reassurance. Your consistent support can help her feel more secure and reduce her fear. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and providing support to others without compromising your own sense of self. Open and honest communication is key to addressing the fear of abandonment. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns openly without fear of judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and understood. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, creating a healthier dynamic. It's also important to set clear boundaries and expectations. Fear of abandonment can create an imbalance in a relationship where one person relies too heavily on the other for emotional security. By establishing clear guidelines and communicating openly about your needs, you create a framework that promotes mutual respect and independence. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting with intention and purpose. Encouraging her to develop her own interests and activities can also help reduce the fear of abandonment. Support her in pursuing hobbies, career goals, or social connections that do not revolve around the relationship. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of personal growth and self-improvement. By fostering her independence, you help her build confidence and resilience. Demonstrating your own confidence and stability can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you are capable of handling your own life and responsibilities, which can help her feel more at ease. Epictetus taught that true strength lies in maintaining control over oneself and not being swayed by external forces. By embodying this principle, you create a stable and supportive environment where her fear of abandonment can diminish. It is also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps towards overcoming her fear, such as setting personal goals or developing self-care routines. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Recognize that fear of abandonment often stems from deeper emotional issues such as anxiety or past trauma. If her fear is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her fear and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's fear of abandonment, you create a relationship dynamic that is balanced, supportive, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. 10. Insecurity about appearance. Insecurity about appearance is a common weakness that can significantly influence a woman's behavior and self-esteem in relationships. This insecurity can manifest as constant self-criticism, excessive grooming, or seeking reassurance about her looks. Understanding and addressing this insecurity can provide you with significant power in managing your interactions and fostering a healthier relationship dynamic. From a Stoic perspective, insecurity about appearance is often rooted in societal standards and the fear of not being accepted. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of focusing on internal virtues rather than external appearances. Recognizing the reasons behind her insecurity allows you to respond with empathy and support. When dealing with a woman who exhibits insecurity about her appearance, it is important to provide consistent and genuine compliments. Your reassurance can help her feel valued and appreciated, reducing her reliance on external validation. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining emotional balance and providing support to others without compromising your own sense of self. Open and honest communication is key to addressing insecurity about appearance. Encourage her to express her feelings and concerns openly, without fear of judgment. By listening attentively and validating her emotions, you can help her feel more secure and understood. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, creating a healthier dynamic. It's also important to encourage her to develop a positive self-image. Support her in recognizing her own worth and appreciating her unique qualities. Epictetus taught that true happiness comes from within and is not dependent on external validation. By fostering her self-acceptance, you help her build confidence and resilience. Demonstrating your own self-assurance and authenticity can also have a positive influence on her. Show that you value your own opinions and remain true to yourself, regardless of societal standards. This sets an example for her to follow and encourages her to develop her own sense of self-worth. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of living according to one's own values and principles. By embodying this principle, you create an environment where her insecurity about appearance can diminish. It is also essential to practice patience and understanding. Changing deeply ingrained behaviors takes time and effort. Encourage her to take small steps towards self-acceptance, such as setting personal goals or developing self-care routines. This gradual approach helps her build confidence and resilience over time. Recognize that insecurity about appearance often stems from deeper emotional issues such as low self-esteem or past trauma. If her insecurity is deeply ingrained and affects her well-being, it may be beneficial to seek professional help. This aligns with the Stoic principle of acting in the best interest of oneself and others. Therapy or counseling can provide her with the tools to address her insecurity and develop healthier coping mechanisms. By recognizing and addressing a woman's insecurity about her appearance, you create a relationship dynamic that is authentic, supportive, and empowering. This not only fosters a deeper connection, but also ensures that both parties can navigate their emotions and grow together. In conclusion, understanding the weaknesses that can influence a woman's behavior gives you significant power in creating a healthier, more balanced relationship dynamic. From emotional dependency and need for approval to fear of abandonment and insecurity about appearance, these weaknesses offer insights into her inner world and how you can support her. As Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus taught, the key to managing relationships lies in self-control, empathy, and a focus on internal virtues. By recognizing and addressing these weaknesses with patience and understanding, you foster a deeper connection and mutual respect. Remember, the goal is not to exploit these weaknesses, but to create a supportive environment where both partners can grow and thrive. By embodying Stoic principles and acting with intention and purpose, you ensure that your relationship is built on a foundation of trust, respect, and emotional balance. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and use it to navigate the complexities of relationships, creating a dynamic that empowers both you and your partner. Through empathy, patience, and a focus on internal virtues, you can build a relationship that stands the test of time and fosters mutual growth and understanding. In ancient times, the Stoics were known for their wisdom and mastery over emotions, which they used to navigate complex interpersonal relationships. Their techniques and philosophies provided them with tools to manage conflicts and win arguments without unnecessary strife. These methods not only saved them time and energy, but also preserved harmony in their relationships. Today, we can learn from their timeless wisdom to handle disagreements more effectively. In this episode, we'll delve into 10 crucial tricks inspired by Stoicism to win any argument with women, helping you to maintain balance and emotional control. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insightful content. 1. Stay calm and composed. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is maintaining composure in the face of adversity. When engaged in an argument, keeping your cool is essential. Raising your voice or displaying anger only escalates the situation and reduces your ability to think clearly. Remaining calm allows you to assess the situation more rationally and make better decisions. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of tranquility. By staying calm, you can listen better and respond more thoughtfully. This approach often disarms the other person, making them more receptive to your perspective. Moreover, it sets a positive tone for the conversation, steering it away from hostility and towards a more constructive dialogue. This composure helps you maintain control over the interaction, ensuring it remains focused and productive. To practice this, take deep breaths and remind yourself of the bigger picture. Recognize that most arguments are not life-threatening and can be resolved through calm dialogue. This not only preserves your energy, but also demonstrates emotional maturity, which is highly respected. Practicing mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or visualization, can help you maintain your composure even in the heat of an argument. Additionally, maintaining a calm demeanor helps you control the narrative of the conversation. When you're composed, you're better able to articulate your points clearly and persuasively. This gives you an edge in any discussion, as people are more likely to listen to someone who is calm and collected. By avoiding emotional outbursts, you also prevent the argument from spiraling out of control, making it easier to reach a resolution. Staying calm also allows you to better understand the other person's perspective. When you're not clouded by anger or frustration, you can listen more effectively and respond more empathetically. This can lead to a more meaningful exchange where both parties feel heard and valued. Furthermore, a calm approach can inspire the other person to mirror your behavior, leading to a more civil and productive conversation overall. In practice, you can prepare yourself before entering potentially contentious discussions. Remind yourself of the importance of staying calm and the benefits it brings. Consider rehearsing your points in advance to boost your confidence and reduce anxiety. This preparation can make it easier to remain composed when emotions start to rise during the actual argument. Ultimately, the ability to stay calm and composed is a powerful skill that can transform the way you handle conflicts. By embodying this Stoic principle, you not only improve your own emotional well-being, but also create a more respectful and effective dialogue. This approach fosters mutual understanding and paves the way for more positive and productive relationships. 2. Listen actively. Active listening is a powerful tool in any argument. It involves fully focusing on the other person's words, understanding their perspective, and responding thoughtfully. This technique, rooted in Stoic empathy, shows respect and can diffuse tension. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. By listening actively, you validate the other person's feelings and demonstrate that you value their input. This can significantly reduce defensiveness and open the door to a more productive conversation. When you actively listen, refrain from interrupting or planning your rebuttal while the other person is speaking. Instead, concentrate on understanding their points. Summarize what they've said and ask clarifying questions if needed. This not only shows that you're paying attention, but also helps ensure that both parties are on the same page. Active listening also allows you to identify the core of the disagreement. Often, arguments escalate because of misunderstandings or miscommunications. By truly hearing the other person, you can address the root issue more effectively, leading to a quicker resolution. 3. Use logic and reason. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of logic and reason over emotions. In an argument, rely on facts and rational arguments rather than emotional appeals. This approach not only strengthens your position, but also minimizes the risk of escalating the conflict. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, often reflected on the value of rational thinking. By focusing on logical reasoning, you can present your points more convincingly and reduce the influence of irrational emotions. This helps keep the conversation focused on the issue at hand rather than personal attacks. When constructing your arguments, provide clear evidence and logical explanations. Avoid making statements that cannot be supported by facts. This builds credibility and makes it harder for the other person to dismiss your points. Additionally, acknowledge the valid points made by the other person, as this shows that you are objective and fair-minded. Using logic and reason also means being willing to change your perspective if presented with compelling evidence. This demonstrates intellectual humility and can lead to more constructive outcomes. It shows that you are committed to finding the truth rather than simply winning the argument. 4. Maintain respect and empathy. Respect and empathy are cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. Treating the other person with respect, even during disagreements, fosters a positive environment for dialogue. It prevents the conversation from devolving into personal attacks and keeps the focus on resolving the issue. Empathy involves understanding and acknowledging the other person's feelings and perspectives. According to Stoicism, everyone has their own set of experiences and beliefs that shape their views. By recognizing this, you can approach the argument with compassion and patience. Expressing empathy can be as simple as saying, "I understand how you feel," or "I see where you're coming from." This validation can diffuse tension and make the other person more open to your perspective. It shows that you care about their feelings and are not just focused on proving them wrong. Maintaining respect also means avoiding derogatory language or condescending tones. Even if you strongly disagree with the other person, attacking their character or belittling their views is counterproductive. Focus on the argument, not the person. This aligns with the Stoic principle of rational discourse and mutual respect. 5. Use questions to guide the conversation. Asking thoughtful questions is a powerful technique to steer the conversation and gain a deeper understanding of the other person's perspective. Socratic questioning, a method used by the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates, involves asking a series of questions to challenge assumptions and clarify thoughts. In an argument, asking questions can help uncover the underlying issues and promote critical thinking. It encourages the other person to reflect on their views and provides you with valuable insights into their reasoning. This approach aligns with the Stoic practice of examining one's beliefs and assumptions. For example, you can ask questions like, "What makes you feel that way?" or "Can you explain your reasoning behind that point?" These questions demonstrate that you are genuinely interested in understanding their perspective. They also help keep the conversation focused on the issue rather than personal attacks. Asking questions also allows you to highlight inconsistencies or weaknesses in the other person's arguments without directly confronting them. By gently guiding them to recognize these flaws themselves, you can lead them to reconsider their stance. This technique fosters a more collaborative and respectful dialogue. 6. Acknowledge and validate their points. Acknowledging and validating the other person's points can significantly reduce defensiveness and promote a more constructive conversation. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say, but rather show that you understand and respect their perspective. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of seeing things from others' viewpoints. By acknowledging their valid points, you demonstrate open-mindedness and fairness. This can make the other person more receptive to your arguments and reduce the likelihood of an adversarial dynamic. When acknowledging their points, use phrases like, "I see what you mean," or "That's a good point." This shows that you are listening and considering their views seriously. It creates a more cooperative atmosphere and encourages mutual respect. Validation also involves recognizing the emotions behind their arguments. For instance, if they express frustration, acknowledge it by saying, "I can understand why you feel frustrated." This empathy can help calm the situation and make them more open to hearing your perspective. 7. Stay focused on the issue. It's easy for arguments to veer off course and become about unrelated issues or past grievances. To win an argument effectively, keep the conversation focused on the current issue. This prevents it from escalating and ensures that you address the root cause of the disagreement. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what is within our control. In an argument, this means addressing the specific issue at hand rather than getting distracted by external factors. By staying focused, you can find a resolution more efficiently and avoid unnecessary conflict. If the conversation starts to drift, gently steer it back to the main topic. For example, you can say, "Let's stay focused on the current issue," or "We can discuss that other point later, but right now let's address this." This keeps the dialogue productive and prevents it from becoming overwhelming. Staying focused also involves setting boundaries. If the other person brings up irrelevant or personal attacks, calmly but firmly redirect the conversation. This shows that you are committed to resolving the issue constructively and will not be swayed by distractions. 8. Use I statements instead of you statements. Using I statements instead of you statements can make a significant difference in how your arguments are received. You statements often come across as accusatory and can put the other person on the defensive. In contrast, I statements express your feelings and perspectives without blaming or attacking the other person. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you can say, I feel unheard when I'm interrupted. This shifts the focus from blaming the other person to expressing your own experience. It makes the conversation less confrontational and more about finding a resolution. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and personal responsibility. By using I statements, you take ownership of your feelings and reactions. This aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control and responding to situations with mindfulness. I statements also foster a sense of empathy and understanding. They encourage the other person to see things from your perspective and acknowledge your feelings. This can lead to a more compassionate and productive dialogue where both parties feel heard and respected. 9. Know when to walk away. Sometimes, the best way to win an argument is to know when to walk away. Continuing a conversation that is going nowhere or becoming increasingly hostile can be counterproductive. Recognizing when to take a step back is a sign of wisdom and self-control. Seneca taught that it's important to choose our battles wisely. Not every argument is worth engaging in, and sometimes it's better to preserve your peace of mind. Walking away doesn't mean conceding defeat, it means prioritizing your emotional well-being and avoiding unnecessary conflict. If you find that the argument is escalating or becoming unproductive, calmly state that you need to take a break. For example, you can say, "I think we need to take a pause and revisit this conversation later." This allows both parties to cool down and reflect on their points. Walking away also gives you time to reassess the situation and gather your thoughts. It prevents you from saying things you might regret and allows you to approach the conversation with a clearer mind. This aligns with the Stoic practice of taking a step back and evaluating situations objectively. 10. Use humor wisely. Humor can be a powerful tool in diffusing tension and winning arguments, but it must be used wisely. A well-timed joke or light-hearted comment can lighten the mood and make the conversation more pleasant. However, it's important to ensure that your humor is respectful and not at the expense of the other person. Marcus Aurelius often used humor to manage difficult situations and maintain a sense of perspective. By incorporating humor, you can break the cycle of negativity and create a more relaxed atmosphere. This makes it easier to communicate and find common ground. When using humor, avoid sarcasm or jokes that could be interpreted as mocking. Instead, aim for light-hearted and inclusive humor that both parties can appreciate. This demonstrates emotional intelligence and helps build rapport. Humor can also be a way to show that you are not taking the argument too seriously. It signals that you are open to dialogue and willing to find a resolution without unnecessary stress. This aligns with the Stoic principle of maintaining a balanced and calm demeanor. In conclusion, the wisdom of the Stoics provides timeless techniques for managing arguments effectively. By staying calm, listening actively, using logic and reason, maintaining respect and empathy, and knowing when to walk away, you can navigate disagreements with grace and control. These principles not only help you win arguments, but also foster healthier and more respectful relationships. Remember, the goal is not to dominate or belittle the other person, but to find a resolution that respects both parties' perspectives. By embodying Stoic principles, you can turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. If you found this episode helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and effective communication. Continue to apply these techniques in your daily interactions, and you will find that arguments become less frequent and more constructive. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay calm and carry on with Stoic wisdom. In ancient times, Stoics were renowned not only for their philosophical wisdom, but also for their profound understanding of human behavior and relationships. These sages knew precisely how to command attention and initiate meaningful interactions with women. By mastering certain moves and behaviors, they could captivate women's interest and create an intimate connection within a remarkably short time. The principles and techniques they employed remain incredibly relevant today. In this episode, we will uncover the 11 sexiest masculine moves that women find unbelievably attractive, drawn from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Watch this video until the end to discover how you can break free from societal constraints and reclaim control in your interactions. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. 1. Exude calm confidence. One of the most attractive qualities a man can possess is calm confidence. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca were masters of maintaining composure under pressure, and this trait made them immensely appealing. When you remain calm and collected, especially in challenging situations, you demonstrate that you are in control of your emotions and environment. This level-headedness is incredibly sexy because it signals strength and reliability. Women are naturally drawn to men who can handle stress without losing their cool. It shows that you can be a stable presence in their lives, someone they can depend on. In moments of chaos, your calm demeanor can be a beacon of reassurance. This doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. Rather, it's about being assertive and composed, making decisions with confidence and clarity. To cultivate this calm confidence, practice mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you stay grounded and focused, even when external circumstances are turbulent. When you speak, do so with conviction and a measured tone. Avoid fidgeting or displaying nervous habits, as these can undermine the perception of confidence. By embodying this Stoic principle, you'll find that women are irresistibly drawn to your serene strength. The psychological impact of calm confidence. The psychological impact of calm confidence on others is profound. When you exhibit this trait, you create a sense of safety and trust. People, especially women, are more likely to open up and feel comfortable around you. This trust is crucial in building deeper connections. Women feel more at ease when they are with someone who is not easily rattled, as it suggests emotional maturity and resilience. Calm confidence also affects how you perceive yourself. When you consistently practice maintaining your composure, it becomes a part of your identity. You start to see yourself as someone who can handle anything that comes your way, which further reinforces your ability to stay calm in any situation. This positive feedback loop enhances your overall sense of self-worth and attractiveness. 2. Display subtle dominance. Subtle dominance is another trait that women find incredibly attractive. This doesn't mean being overbearing or controlling. Rather, it's about leading with quiet authority and making decisions with confidence. The Stoics believed in rational leadership, where one's actions are guided by reason and virtue. By demonstrating subtle dominance, you show that you are a leader who can be trusted and respected. One way to display subtle dominance is through body language. Stand tall with your shoulders back and make steady eye contact. This posture conveys confidence and assertiveness. When you walk into a room, do so with purpose and assurance. These nonverbal cues signal to others that you are in command of your environment. In conversations, take the lead by initiating topics and guiding the flow of discussion. This doesn't mean monopolizing the conversation, but rather steering it in a meaningful direction. Ask thoughtful questions and listen actively to her responses. This shows that you are interested and engaged, yet still in control of the interaction. Women appreciate a man who can lead a conversation without dominating it. Another aspect of subtle dominance is decisiveness. Being able to make decisions quickly and confidently is a hallmark of a strong leader. Whether it's choosing a restaurant for dinner or making a significant life decision, your ability to take charge and act decisively is attractive. It demonstrates that you are self-assured and capable of handling responsibilities. Stoics like Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. This principle is crucial in displaying subtle dominance. When you focus on what you can control with your actions, reactions, and decisions, you project a sense of stability and reliability. Women are drawn to this because it signifies that you are a dependable and grounded individual. Physical touch can also be an element of subtle dominance. A light touch on her back as you guide her through a crowded room, or a gentle hand on her arm during a conversation, can convey your interest and confidence. These gestures should be respectful and considerate, never invasive or forceful. The key is to create a connection without making her feel uncomfortable. Being protective is another way to exhibit subtle dominance. This doesn't mean being overly possessive or controlling, but rather showing that you care about her well-being. Simple actions like walking on the street side of the sidewalk, offering your jacket when she's cold, or ensuring she gets home safely demonstrate that you are attentive and protective. These actions convey that you are someone who can be relied upon in times of need. It's also important to maintain a sense of mystery. Don't reveal everything about yourself right away. Leave some things to be discovered over time. This creates an air of intrigue and keeps her interested. Women are naturally curious, and when you maintain a bit of mystery, it piques their interest and keeps them engaged. Stoic philosophers often spoke of the virtue of temperance or self-restraint. In relationships, this translates to not being overly eager or desperate. When you can show restraint and patience, it demonstrates that you are confident in your own worth and do not need constant validation. This self-assuredness is highly attractive and commands respect. In practice, subtle dominance can look like planning a date and taking care of the details, so she doesn't have to worry. It could be confidently leading a dance, making her feel comfortable and guided. It's about making her feel safe and cherished without overwhelming her. This balance of strength and sensitivity is what makes subtle dominance so powerful. Women are deeply attracted to men who can balance dominance with respect and care. By displaying subtle dominance, you show that you are a capable leader who values her autonomy and respects her as an equal. This creates a dynamic of mutual respect and admiration, which is the foundation of a strong and healthy relationship. 3. Master the art of listening. One of the most seductive and attractive moves you can make is mastering the art of listening. In a world where many people are more focused on being heard than on hearing others, a man who genuinely listens stands out. Stoics like Epictetus emphasized the importance of understanding before speaking, and this principle is invaluable in building strong connections with women. When you truly listen to a woman, you make her feel valued and understood. Active listening involves more than just hearing her words. It means paying attention to her body language, tone of voice, and the emotions behind her words. By doing this, you show that you care about her thoughts and feelings, which is incredibly appealing. Start by maintaining eye contact while she speaks. This not only shows that you are engaged, but also creates a deeper connection. Nod occasionally and provide verbal affirmations like "I see," "I understand," or "tell me more." These cues encourage her to open up and share more with you. Avoid interrupting or jumping in with your own stories or advice unless she explicitly asks for it. Instead, focus on what she is saying and ask follow-up questions to delve deeper into her thoughts and feelings. This shows that you are genuinely interested in her perspective and value what she has to say. Reflecting her feelings back to her can also be powerful. For example, if she expresses frustration about a situation at work, you might say, "It sounds like that was really challenging for you." This demonstrates empathy and helps her feel understood. The Stoics believed in the importance of empathy and compassion in human interactions. By practicing active listening, you embody these values and create a strong emotional bond. Women appreciate a man who can listen without judgment and provide a safe space for them to express themselves. In addition to verbal communication, pay attention to nonverbal cues. Notice her body language, facial expressions, and gestures. These can provide valuable insights into her true feelings and help you respond more appropriately. For example, if she looks uncomfortable or hesitant, it might be a sign that she needs reassurance or a change of topic. Listening is also about being present in the moment. Avoid distractions like checking your phone or looking around the room while she's talking. Show that you are fully engaged by giving her your undivided attention. This presence and attentiveness make her feel special and appreciated. In conversations, try to understand her perspective fully before offering your own. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything she says, but it shows that you respect her viewpoint. When you do share your thoughts, do so in a way that builds on what she has said rather than dismissing or contradicting it. Listening also involves being aware of your own biases and assumptions. Approach each conversation with an open mind and be willing to learn from her. This openness and curiosity are attractive because they show that you value her as an individual and are willing to grow and evolve in the relationship. In practice, mastering the art of listening can transform your interactions. Whether you are on a first date or in a long-term relationship, this skill can deepen your connection and strengthen your bond. It shows that you are not just interested in her appearance or surface-level traits, but in her true self. Women find men who listen to be incredibly attractive because it signals that you are emotionally intelligent and capable of forming deep, meaningful connections. By honing this skill, you not only enhance your relationships, but also become a better, more empathetic person. 4. Demonstrate emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a key factor in attracting women and forming deep connections. Stoicism, with its focus on understanding and managing one's emotions, provides a strong foundation for developing this trait. Emotional intelligence involves recognizing your own emotions, understanding the emotions of others, and using this awareness to navigate social interactions effectively. Women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally intelligent because it shows that you can empathize with their feelings and respond appropriately. It demonstrates maturity, self-awareness, and the ability to build a strong emotional connection. One aspect of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. This means being in tune with your own emotions and understanding how they affect your thoughts and behavior. Stoic practices such as journaling and self-reflection can help you develop this awareness. By regularly examining your thoughts and feelings, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and how you respond to different situations. Another important aspect is empathy, which involves understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Empathy allows you to connect with a woman on a deeper level by acknowledging her emotions and showing that you care. This doesn't mean you have to solve her problems or provide solutions. Often, simply listening and validating her feelings is enough. Emotional intelligence also involves managing your emotions effectively. This means staying calm and composed in difficult situations, as well as expressing your feelings in a healthy and constructive manner. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-control and rationality, and these principles are essential for managing emotions. When you demonstrate emotional intelligence, you show that you are capable of handling complex emotions and maintaining a stable and supportive relationship. This is incredibly attractive to women, as it provides a sense of security and trust. In practice, demonstrating emotional intelligence can look like acknowledging her feelings during a conversation. For example, if she is upset about something, you might say, "I can see that you're really frustrated about this. That sounds tough." This shows that you are attuned to her emotions and care about her well-being. Another way to demonstrate emotional intelligence is by being vulnerable and open about your own feelings. Sharing your emotions and experiences in a genuine and authentic way can create a deeper connection and build trust. It shows that you are not afraid to be honest and that you value emotional intimacy. Being emotionally intelligent also means being able to handle conflicts and disagreements in a healthy way. Instead of getting defensive or angry, approach conflicts with a calm and rational mindset. Try to understand her perspective and find a resolution that respects both of your feelings and needs. Women appreciate men who can communicate their emotions effectively and respond with empathy and understanding. By developing and demonstrating emotional intelligence, you create a strong foundation for a meaningful and lasting relationship. It shows that you are capable of forming deep emotional bonds and that you value and respect her as a person. In conclusion, mastering the art of listening and demonstrating emotional intelligence are two powerful moves that can make you incredibly attractive to women. These skills not only enhance your relationships, but also align with the principles of Stoicism, helping you become a more empathetic, self-aware, and emotionally intelligent individual. 5. Exude confidence without arrogance. Confidence is universally attractive, but there's a fine line between being confident and being arrogant. The Stoics, with their emphasis on humility and self-awareness, mastered the art of exuding confidence without crossing into arrogance. Confidence in this context means having a strong sense of self-worth and belief in your abilities, while arrogance involves an inflated sense of importance and dismissiveness towards others. One of the key ways to exude confidence is through your body language. Stand tall with your shoulders back, maintain eye contact, and move with purpose. These non-verbal cues signal to others that you are self-assured and in control. When you enter a room, do so with a sense of presence that commands attention without demanding it. In conversations, speak clearly and with conviction. Express your thoughts and opinions confidently, but also be willing to listen and consider other perspectives. This balance shows that you value your own views, but are also open to learning from others. It's this combination of self-assurance and openness that differentiates confidence from arrogance. The Stoics believed in the power of inner strength and self-reliance. By focusing on your own growth and development, you build a solid foundation of confidence. This involves setting personal goals, working towards them diligently, and recognizing your achievements. However, it's important to remain humble and acknowledge that there is always room for improvement. Confidence also comes from being comfortable in your own skin. This means accepting yourself fully, including your strengths and weaknesses. When you are at peace with who you are, it radiates outward and makes you more attractive to others. Women are drawn to men who are secure in themselves and don't feel the need to prove their worth constantly. Another aspect of exuding confidence is taking initiative. Whether it's planning a date, making a decision, or starting a conversation, taking the lead demonstrates that you are proactive and decisive. This doesn't mean being overbearing or controlling. Rather, it's about showing that you are willing to take responsibility and make things happen. In social situations, confidence also involves being comfortable with silence. Many people feel the need to fill every pause with chatter, but those who are truly confident can embrace silence and use it to create a sense of calm and intimacy. This shows that you are at ease with yourself and don't rely on constant validation from others. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. By applying this principle, you can maintain confidence even in challenging situations. When faced with uncertainty or setbacks, remind yourself of your capabilities and stay grounded in your values. This resilience and composure are highly attractive qualities. It's also important to practice gratitude and acknowledge the contributions of others. Confidence is not about overshadowing those around you, but about lifting them up. When you appreciate and recognize the strengths and efforts of others, it creates a positive and supportive environment. This kind of leadership is both inspiring and attractive. In relationships, confidence involves being able to express your feelings and needs honestly. It means communicating openly without fear of rejection or judgment. By being transparent and authentic, you build trust and deepen your connection with your partner. Lastly, remember that true confidence is quiet and unassuming. It doesn't need to boast or seek attention. Instead, it is steady, reliable, and rooted in self-belief. When you exude this kind of confidence, you become a source of stability and strength for those around you. By embodying these principles of confidence without arrogance, you not only become more attractive, but also more aligned with the Stoic ideals of humility, self-awareness, and inner strength. This combination makes you a compelling and desirable partner, capable of building deep and meaningful connections. 6. Show genuine kindness and respect. Kindness and respect are fundamental traits that make a man incredibly attractive to women. The Stoics believed in the inherent value of treating others with compassion and dignity. By showing genuine kindness and respect, you demonstrate that you value others and are capable of forming deep, meaningful connections. One way to show kindness is through small acts of consideration. This could be as simple as holding the door open, offering to help with a task, or listening attentively when she speaks. These gestures may seem minor, but they convey that you are thoughtful and considerate. Women appreciate men who go out of their way to make them feel valued and respected. Respect is also about recognizing her autonomy and individuality. This means appreciating her opinions, supporting her decisions, and acknowledging her accomplishments. By treating her as an equal, you create a dynamic of mutual respect and admiration. This is essential for building a healthy and balanced relationship. In conversations, practice active listening and show genuine interest in what she has to say. Avoid interrupting or talking over her, and instead engage with her thoughts and feelings. This demonstrates that you respect her perspective and value her input. Women are drawn to men who listen with empathy and respond with understanding. Another aspect of showing kindness is being supportive and encouraging. Celebrate her successes and be there for her during challenging times. Offer words of encouragement and provide a shoulder to lean on. This creates a sense of trust and security, which is incredibly attractive. The Stoics also believed in the importance of honesty and integrity. Being truthful and transparent in your interactions builds trust and shows that you respect her enough to be genuine. Avoid playing games or manipulating situations to your advantage. Instead, approach the relationship with sincerity and openness. Kindness also involves being aware of her needs and boundaries. Respect her personal space and comfort levels, and avoid pressuring her into anything she is not ready for. This consideration shows that you care about her well-being and are attentive to her feelings. It creates an environment of safety and respect, which is crucial for a healthy relationship. From a Stoic perspective, kindness is not about expecting anything in return. It's about giving selflessly and finding fulfillment in the act itself. This mindset shifts the focus from seeking validation to genuinely wanting to make a positive impact on her life. Women can sense this authenticity and are deeply attracted to it. Respect also extends to how you speak about others. Avoid gossiping or speaking negatively about people behind their backs. This shows that you have integrity and are a person of good character. Women are attracted to men who uplift others and maintain a positive and respectful demeanor. In practice, showing genuine kindness and respect can transform your interactions and deepen your connection. Whether you are on a first date or in a long-term relationship, these traits create a strong foundation for trust and intimacy. They show that you are a caring and compassionate partner, capable of forming meaningful and lasting bonds. Lastly, remember that kindness and respect are ongoing practices. They require continual effort and mindfulness. By consistently demonstrating these traits, you build a reputation as a man of integrity and compassion. This not only makes you more attractive, but also aligns with the Stoic ideals of virtue and character. By embodying these principles of kindness and respect, you not only enhance your relationships, but also become a better, more virtuous person. This combination of inner strength and outward compassion is what makes you truly attractive and capable of forming deep and fulfilling connections. 7. Maintain a sense of humor. A sense of humor is one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. The ability to make a woman laugh not only breaks the ice, but also creates a bond of shared joy and lightheartedness. The Stoics, despite their reputation for seriousness, valued the importance of humor as a way to cope with life's challenges and maintain a balanced perspective. Humor shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and can find joy in everyday moments. It demonstrates that you are relaxed and comfortable in your own skin. Women are naturally drawn to men who can make them laugh because it signifies a positive and optimistic outlook on life. One way to maintain a sense of humor is through playful banter. Engage in light-hearted teasing and witty exchanges that keep the conversation lively and fun. This not only showcases your intelligence, but also creates a dynamic of mutual enjoyment. Playful banter can be a powerful tool in building attraction and rapport. It's important to tailor your humor to the situation and the person you are with. Avoid jokes that may be offensive or inappropriate, and be mindful of her sense of humor. Pay attention to what makes her laugh and use that as a guide. This shows that you are attentive and considerate, qualities that are highly attractive. Humor can also be a way to navigate difficult situations. When tensions are high or disagreements arise, a well-timed joke can diffuse the situation and bring a sense of relief. This doesn't mean making light of serious issues, but rather finding a way to inject a bit of levity to ease the tension. Women appreciate men who can handle conflicts with grace and a touch of humor. The Stoics believed in the power of perspective, and humor is a great way to maintain a healthy outlook on life. By finding humor in everyday situations, you show that you can navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and a positive attitude. This quality is incredibly attractive because it signifies emotional strength and adaptability. Sharing humorous stories and experiences can also deepen your connection. Talk about funny moments from your past, amusing encounters, or light-hearted observations. This not only entertains, but also creates a sense of intimacy and shared experience. Women love to laugh and enjoy the company of men who can bring joy and laughter into their lives. In addition to making her laugh, being able to laugh at yourself is a powerful trait. Self-deprecating humor shows that you are humble and can take things in stride. It indicates that you are not overly concerned with your image and can handle your flaws with grace. This type of humor makes you relatable and endearing. Humor also involves a sense of spontaneity. Be open to the unexpected and willing to embrace the absurdities of life. This playful approach keeps things exciting and unpredictable. Women are attracted to men who can bring a sense of adventure and fun into their lives. It's important to balance humor with sincerity. While making her laugh is essential, showing that you can also be serious and genuine when needed creates a well-rounded attraction. This balance ensures that your relationship is not just built on jokes, but also on deeper emotional connections. Lastly, remember that humor is a shared experience. It's not just about making her laugh, but also about enjoying the moment together. Pay attention to her reactions and engage with her responses. This mutual enjoyment strengthens your bond and creates a foundation of shared joy and positivity. By maintaining a sense of humor, you not only make yourself more attractive, but also create a positive and enjoyable environment for your relationship to thrive. This combination of lightheartedness and emotional depth is what makes you truly irresistible and capable of building lasting connections. 8. Be ambitious and driven. Ambition and drive are incredibly attractive qualities in a man. The Stoics believed in the importance of purpose and striving towards one's goals with determination and resilience. A man who is ambitious and driven signals to women that he is capable, focused, and dedicated to his personal and professional growth. Ambition involves having clear goals and the motivation to achieve them. It shows that you have direction and are willing to put in the effort to succeed. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a sense of purpose and are working towards something meaningful. It indicates that you are not complacent and are continuously striving to improve yourself. One way to demonstrate ambition is by talking about your goals and aspirations. Share your dreams and the steps you are taking to achieve them. This not only showcases your drive, but also allows her to understand your vision and values. Women appreciate men who have a plan and are actively working towards their objectives. Drive is also about perseverance and resilience. It's the ability to overcome obstacles and keep pushing forward despite setbacks. The Stoics believed in the power of endurance and the importance of facing challenges with courage. By demonstrating resilience, you show that you are strong and capable of handling difficulties, which is highly attractive. Ambition is not just limited to professional goals. It also includes personal growth and self-improvement. Talk about the skills you are learning, the hobbies you are passionate about, and the ways you are working on becoming a better person. This well-rounded approach to ambition shows that you are committed to holistic growth and development. In relationships, being ambitious means striving to create a fulfilling and meaningful partnership. It involves setting goals for your relationship and working towards them together. Whether it's planning future adventures, building a home, or supporting each other's dreams, this shared ambition strengthens your bond and creates a sense of purpose and direction. From a Stoic perspective, ambition should be balanced with humility and integrity. It's about pursuing your goals with honesty and a sense of responsibility. Avoid being overly competitive or aggressive in your pursuit of success. Instead, focus on the process and the values that guide your actions. This balanced approach makes you more attractive and trustworthy. Women are also attracted to men who support and encourage their ambitions. Show interest in her goals and aspirations, and offer your support and encouragement. This demonstrates that you value her independence and want to see her succeed. A partnership built on mutual ambition and support is strong and fulfilling. Ambition can also be expressed through your daily actions and habits. Maintain a disciplined routine, set and achieve small goals, and continuously seek opportunities for growth. This consistent effort and dedication show that you are serious about your ambitions and are willing to put in the work to achieve them. It's important to remember that ambition should not come at the expense of your well-being or relationships. The Stoics emphasized the importance of balance and self-care. Ensure that your drive does not lead to burnout or neglect of your personal life. A well-balanced approach to ambition is sustainable and more attractive. Lastly, being ambitious involves having a positive and proactive mindset. Approach challenges with optimism and a solution-oriented attitude. This resilience and positivity are infectious and create an inspiring environment. Women are drawn to men who can face adversity with courage and a positive outlook. By being ambitious and driven, you not only make yourself more attractive, but also create a sense of purpose and direction in your life. This combination of goal-oriented focus and resilience is what makes you truly compelling and capable of building meaningful and lasting connections. 9. Embrace a bit of mystery. One of the most controversial yet incredibly effective moves that many people misunderstand is the art of embracing a bit of mystery. Conventional wisdom often advocates for complete transparency and openness in all interactions, but maintaining an element of mystery can actually enhance your attractiveness and intrigue. The Stoics understood the value of keeping certain aspects of their lives private and controlled. This isn't about being secretive or deceptive, but about preserving a part of yourself that isn't immediately accessible to everyone. This approach creates an aura of intrigue and curiosity, making you more compelling and attractive. Being a bit mysterious involves not revealing everything about yourself right away. In conversations, share enough to keep her interested but hold back on certain details. This doesn't mean being evasive or withholding important information, but rather allowing her to discover more about you over time. This gradual revelation keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting. Mystery can be cultivated through your actions and behavior as well. Avoid being overly predictable and routine. Introduce spontaneity and surprises into your interactions. This unpredictability can create a sense of excitement and anticipation, which is highly attractive. Women are often drawn to men who keep them guessing and engaged. The Stoics believed in the power of self-control and restraint. By not laying all your cards on the table immediately, you demonstrate a level of self-discipline and confidence. It shows that you are secure enough in yourself to not seek constant validation and attention. This composure is incredibly attractive and sets you apart from those who are overly eager to please. Maintaining a bit of mystery also involves being confident in your own space and time. Show that you have a life and interests outside of the relationship. Pursue your passions, spend time with friends, and engage in activities that you enjoy. This independence signals that you are a well-rounded individual with a fulfilling life. Women are attracted to men who have their own pursuits and aren't solely dependent on the relationship for their happiness. Incorporate subtle hints and teasers into your conversations. Mention interesting activities or experiences without fully elaborating on them. This piques her curiosity and encourages her to learn more about you. For example, if you have an intriguing hobby or travel story, give just enough detail to spark interest and leave her wanting to hear more. Mystery also involves being a good listener. Focus on her stories and experiences rather than dominating the conversation with your own. This shows that you are genuinely interested in her and value her perspective. It creates a dynamic where she feels special and valued while still being curious about you. From a Stoic perspective, embracing mystery is about finding a balance between openness and restraint. It's about being genuine and authentic while also preserving a part of yourself that is gradually revealed. This approach aligns with the Stoic ideals of self-awareness and moderation. It's important to avoid taking mystery too far to the point of being distant or aloof. The goal is to create intrigue, not to play mind games or be emotionally unavailable. Ensure that your mystery is balanced with warmth and attentiveness. Show that you care and are invested in the relationship, even as you maintain a certain level of enigma. Moreover, mystery can be an effective tool for reigniting interest and passion in long-term relationships. As relationships progress, it's easy to fall into routines and familiarity. By reintroducing elements of surprise and unpredictability, you can keep the relationship fresh and exciting. This rekindles the initial spark and deepens your connection. Ultimately, embracing a bit of mystery is about creating a sense of allure and fascination. It's about showing that there is always more to discover about you, making you a continually intriguing and attractive partner. By balancing openness with restraint, you can cultivate an aura of mystery that draws women in and keeps them engaged. 10. Master the art of playful teasing. Playful teasing is a controversial tactic that often gets a bad reputation. Many people think that teasing is inherently mean-spirited or juvenile, but when done correctly, it can be a powerful tool for building attraction and rapport. The key is to keep it light, fun, and respectful, ensuring that it creates a dynamic of playful banter rather than hurt feelings. Teasing, when done well, signals confidence and a sense of humor. It shows that you are comfortable enough in yourself to joke around and that you see her as an equal with whom you can share this playful interaction. This kind of banter creates a sense of camaraderie and mutual enjoyment, which is highly attractive. The Stoics understood the importance of balance and moderation. In the context of teasing, this means knowing when and how to tease in a way that is endearing rather than offensive. The goal is to make her laugh and engage her in a fun, flirtatious way, not to belittle or insult her. One effective way to tease is by gently poking fun at something minor, like a quirky habit or a light-hearted mistake. For example, if she spills a drink, you might say, "I guess we're starting a new trend in beverage distribution." This kind of teasing is light-hearted and shows that you don't take things too seriously. It also gives her a chance to laugh at herself and the situation, creating a bond over shared humor. Another aspect of playful teasing is timing. It's important to gauge the moment and her mood. Teasing should feel natural and spontaneous, not forced or calculated. Pay attention to her reactions and adjust accordingly. If she laughs and plays along, continue with the playful banter. If she seems uncomfortable or not in the mood, dial it back and shift to a different approach. Teasing can also be a way to build tension and anticipation. By playfully challenging her or setting up a friendly competition, you create a dynamic of playful rivalry. This kind of interaction can be exciting and engaging, adding an element of thrill to your relationship. For example, you might challenge her to a game or a fun bet, with the winner getting a playful reward. The Stoics believed in the importance of perspective and not taking life too seriously. Playful teasing embodies this philosophy by injecting humor and lightheartedness into your interactions. It shows that you can find joy in the moment and don't get bogged down by trivial matters. This attitude is incredibly attractive and creates a positive, enjoyable atmosphere. It's important to balance teasing with genuine compliments and affirmations. While teasing can build attraction, it should be complemented with sincere expressions of appreciation. This ensures that the playful banter is grounded in a foundation of respect and admiration. Compliment her on her intelligence, kindness, or other qualities that you genuinely admire. This balance creates a dynamic where she feels valued and respected, even as you engage in playful teasing. Teasing also allows for a playful exploration of boundaries. It gives you both a chance to test the waters and see how far you can push the playful banter. This can create a sense of intimacy and trust as you learn more about each other's limits and comfort zones. It's important to be attuned to her reactions and ensure that the teasing remains light and fun. From a Stoic perspective, playful teasing is about embracing the joy and spontaneity of life. It's about finding a balance between seriousness and playfulness, and using humor as a way to connect and build rapport. By mastering the art of playful teasing, you create a dynamic of fun and engagement that enhances your attractiveness and deepens your connection. In long-term relationships, playful teasing can keep the spark alive and prevent things from becoming too routine or predictable. It adds an element of fun and excitement, reminding you both of the joy and laughter that brought you together in the first place. This kind of playful interaction is essential for maintaining a vibrant and fulfilling relationship. Ultimately, mastering the art of playful teasing is about finding the right balance between humor and respect. It's about creating a dynamic of mutual enjoyment and connection where both of you feel valued and appreciated. By incorporating playful teasing into your interactions, you not only make yourself more attractive, but also build a deeper, more engaging relationship. 11. Show vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful and attractive traits a man can possess. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-awareness and authenticity, recognize the strength that comes from being vulnerable. Showing vulnerability means being open about your feelings, fears, and insecurities, which creates a deeper level of connection and trust. Many people believe that men should always appear strong and invulnerable, but this facade can create distance and prevent genuine intimacy. By being vulnerable, you show that you are human and relatable, which is incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who are honest and open about their emotions, as it creates a foundation of trust and authenticity. One way to show vulnerability is by sharing your personal experiences and struggles. Talk about the challenges you've faced, the lessons you've learned, and the ways you've grown. This openness shows that you are introspective and capable of personal growth. It also allows her to see you as a multidimensional person with depth and character. Vulnerability also involves expressing your feelings and emotions. Whether it's sharing your excitement about a new opportunity or your fears about an uncertain future, being open about your emotions creates a deeper connection. It shows that you are not afraid to be real and honest, which is highly attractive. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-awareness and understanding one's emotions. By being vulnerable, you demonstrate a high level of emotional intelligence and self-awareness. This shows that you are in touch with your inner self and capable of navigating your emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Another aspect of vulnerability is asking for help or support when needed. Many people view asking for help as a sign of weakness, but it actually shows strength and humility. It indicates that you are confident enough in yourself to acknowledge your limitations and seek assistance. This openness creates a sense of partnership and mutual support in your relationship. Vulnerability also involves being open to feedback and willing to admit mistakes. By acknowledging your flaws and being receptive to constructive criticism, you show that you are committed to personal growth and improvement. This willingness to learn and grow is incredibly attractive and shows that you are a mature and responsible individual. From a Stoic perspective, vulnerability is about embracing your true self and being authentic in your interactions. It's about letting go of the need to appear perfect and instead focusing on genuine connection and self-awareness. By showing vulnerability, you create a space for deeper intimacy and trust in your relationships. It's important to balance vulnerability with strength and resilience. While being open about your emotions and struggles is important, it should be complemented with a sense of determination and perseverance. Show that you are capable of facing challenges and overcoming obstacles, even as you are open about your vulnerabilities. This balance creates a dynamic of strength and sensitivity that is highly attractive. In relationships, vulnerability fosters a sense of closeness and mutual understanding. It allows both partners to be their true selves and creates a foundation of trust and support. By being vulnerable, you encourage her to also open up and share her true self, deepening your connection and creating a more fulfilling relationship. Ultimately, showing vulnerability is about being real and authentic. It's about embracing your true self and being open about your emotions and experiences. By incorporating vulnerability into your interactions, you not only make yourself more attractive, but also build a deeper, more genuine connection with the woman you are interested in. This combination of authenticity and openness is what makes you truly compelling and capable of building lasting and meaningful relationships. In this episode, we've explored the 11 sexiest masculine moves that women find unbelievably attractive, inspired by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. From maintaining eye contact to embracing vulnerability, these moves aren't just about superficial charm, they're about cultivating genuine connections and showcasing your true character. The Stoics understood the complexities of human interactions and the importance of balance, authenticity, and self-awareness. By applying these principles, you can enhance your attractiveness and build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Remember, the goal isn't to manipulate or deceive, but to present the best version of yourself. Each of these moves is rooted in respect, confidence, and a genuine desire to connect. Whether you're mastering the art of playful teasing, maintaining a bit of mystery, or showing vulnerability, these approaches can transform your interactions and make you irresistibly attractive. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you valuable content. Don't forget to share this video with friends who might benefit from these tips. Until next time, stay confident, stay genuine, and keep embracing the wisdom of the Stoics. In the ancient world, the Stoics were not only masters of philosophy, but also experts in understanding human behavior, including the subtle art of flirtation. Interestingly, they knew that older, wise women often possessed a unique allure and charm that younger women might not have. These experienced women, with their grace and confidence, could captivate even the most stoic of men. The Stoics knew that recognizing the signs of flirtation from older women could lead to meaningful and intimate connections, sometimes even within the first hour of interaction. Today, we delve into the art of recognizing how older women flirt. This knowledge can help you build deeper connections and understand the nuances of their behavior. Stick around till the end to learn how to come back from under their control, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. 1. She compliments you. One of the most direct signs that an older woman is flirting with you is through compliments. Older women, with their life experience and confidence, are not afraid to express their appreciation for someone they find attractive. Compliments from them can range from commenting on your appearance to admiring your achievements or personality traits. When an older woman compliments you, it's her way of expressing interest and admiration. Unlike younger women who might play hard to get or be more subtle, older women often prefer to be straightforward. They understand the value of clear communication and are more likely to express their feelings openly. For instance, she might say something like, "You have such a sharp mind," or "I love how you carry yourself." These compliments are not just about flattery, they are her way of connecting with you on a deeper level. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such compliments is important. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the significance of understanding and valuing human interactions. When you receive a compliment, acknowledge it graciously. This not only shows that you appreciate her words, but also encourages further interaction. Moreover, pay attention to the context in which the compliment is given. Is it in a casual setting, or did she go out of her way to say it? The effort she puts into complimenting you can indicate the level of her interest. For example, if she compliments you in a one-on-one conversation rather than in a group setting, it shows a more personal and direct interest. It's also essential to reciprocate the sentiment. Compliments should not be a one-way street. By acknowledging her compliment and returning one, you create a balanced dynamic. For example, if she admires your sense of humor, you might respond with, "I appreciate that. I find your perspective on things really refreshing." This mutual appreciation can pave the way for a deeper connection. From the perspective of Stoicism, it's important to remain composed and not let compliments inflate your ego. Epictetus taught that one should not be swayed by external opinions, but maintain a balanced sense of self. Accepting compliments with humility and responding thoughtfully aligns with this philosophy. It shows that you value her opinion without becoming overly dependent on external validation. Furthermore, understanding the nature of the compliments can provide insights into her thoughts and feelings. Is she complimenting your looks, your intellect, or your character? This can give you clues about what she values most in you and help you understand her perspective better. For example, if she frequently compliments your sense of humor, it indicates that she appreciates your ability to make her laugh and feel good. On the other hand, if she admires your achievements or work ethic, it shows that she respects your ambition and dedication. Another important aspect to consider is how she delivers the compliments. Is there a sparkle in her eye, a playful tone, or a gentle touch on your arm? These nonverbal cues can amplify the impact of her words and reveal a deeper level of interest. Pay attention to her body language and the context in which the compliments are given. This can help you gauge the sincerity and intensity of her feelings. In conclusion, when an older woman compliments you, it's a strong indicator of her interest. Recognize and appreciate these compliments, respond with sincerity, and use this as a foundation to build a meaningful connection. This approach aligns with Stoic principles and helps you navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace. 2. She asks you personal questions. Another key sign that an older woman is flirting with you is if she starts asking you personal questions. Unlike casual small talk, these questions are more in-depth and aimed at understanding you better. Older women, with their experience and confidence, know the importance of getting to know someone on a deeper level to build a genuine connection. When she asks personal questions, it's a sign that she's interested in who you are beyond the surface. She might inquire about your passions, your goals, your family, or your past experiences. These questions are designed to uncover the layers of your personality and create a bond based on mutual understanding and respect. For example, she might ask, "What do you enjoy doing in your free time?" Or "What inspired you to pursue your career?" These questions go beyond the usual small talk and show a genuine interest in your life and experiences. From a Stoic perspective, this aligns with the principle of understanding and valuing others. By engaging in meaningful conversations, you can build a stronger and more authentic connection. Responding to her questions with openness and honesty is crucial. Share your thoughts, experiences, and aspirations with her. This not only helps her get to know you better but also shows that you trust and value her interest. For instance, if she asks about your hobbies, you might say, "I love hiking and being in nature. It helps me clear my mind and stay grounded." This kind of response reveals your personality and interests, creating a deeper connection. Moreover, asking her similar questions in return can further strengthen the bond. Show interest in her life, her experiences, and her thoughts. This mutual exchange of personal information fosters a sense of intimacy and trust. For example, if she asks about your family, you can respond and then ask, "How about you? Do you have any siblings?" This shows that you value her input and are interested in her life as well. It's also important to pay attention to the way she responds to your answers. Does she seem genuinely interested and engaged? Does she ask follow-up questions or share her own related experiences? These signs indicate that she is not only listening but also investing in the conversation. This level of engagement is a clear indication of her interest and attraction. From a Stoic perspective, it's essential to remain composed and thoughtful during these conversations. Avoid rushing to conclusions or becoming overly eager. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her interest without becoming too dependent on her approval. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. In conclusion, when an older woman asks you personal questions, it's a strong sign of her interest. Engage in meaningful conversations, share your experiences, and reciprocate her interest. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 3. She seems to show up around you. When an older woman seems to show up around you frequently, it's a clear indication that she's interested. This behavior, often referred to as accidental or coincidental in meetings, is a way for her to create opportunities to interact with you without being too forward. It's a subtle yet effective form of flirtation that allows her to gauge your interest and build a connection. Older women, with their experience and wisdom, understand the value of proximity in building relationships. By positioning themselves in your vicinity, they increase the chances of casual encounters that can lead to deeper conversations and connections. This tactic is particularly effective because it allows for natural and spontaneous interactions, which can be more genuine and less pressured than planned meetings. For instance, she might start frequenting the same places you do, whether it's a coffee shop, gym, or social gathering. She might also find reasons to join activities or events where she knows you'll be present. These coincidental meetings are her way of creating opportunities to see you and interact with you in a casual and relaxed setting. From a Stoic perspective, understanding and recognizing these subtle cues is important. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the significance of being present and aware in our interactions. By noticing her frequent presence, you can understand her intentions and respond accordingly. Acknowledge her efforts by engaging in conversation and showing interest in her presence. When you notice her showing up around you, take the initiative to start a conversation. This can be a simple greeting or a comment about the setting. For example, if you see her at a coffee shop, you might say, "I've noticed you come here often. Do you have a favorite drink?" This kind of casual opener acknowledges her presence and creates an opportunity for further interaction. Pay attention to her body language during these encounters. Is she smiling, making eye contact, or finding reasons to be near you? These nonverbal cues can reinforce her interest and give you the confidence to engage with her. For example, if she frequently glances in your direction or positions herself within your line of sight, it's a strong indication that she wants your attention. It's also important to reciprocate her efforts by showing up in her vicinity as well. If you know she frequents a particular place or attends certain events, make an effort to be there too. This shows that you're interested and willing to create opportunities for interaction. However, be mindful of not appearing too eager or intrusive. Maintain a balanced and respectful approach, aligning with the Stoic principle of self-control and rational action. Engage in meaningful conversations during these encounters. Ask her about her interests, experiences, and thoughts. Show genuine curiosity and listen attentively to her responses. This not only helps you get to know her better but also demonstrates that you value her presence and opinions. For example, if she mentions that she enjoys reading, you might ask, "What book are you currently reading?" This kind of question shows that you're interested in her hobbies and encourages further discussion. From a Stoic perspective, it's essential to remain composed and thoughtful during these interactions. Avoid rushing to conclusions or becoming overly eager. Maintain a calm and balanced demeanor, showing that you appreciate her presence without becoming too dependent on her approval. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. In conclusion, when an older woman frequently shows up around you, it's a clear sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her efforts, engage in meaningful conversations, and reciprocate her interest by creating opportunities for interaction. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 4. She asks about your love life. When an older woman starts asking about your love life, it's a strong indication that she's interested in you. This line of questioning goes beyond casual conversation and delves into your personal and romantic experiences. Older women, with their confidence and directness, often use this approach to gauge your availability and interest in pursuing a romantic connection with them. For example, she might ask, "Are you seeing anyone right now?" Or, "What do you look for in a partner?" These questions are designed to understand your current relationship status and your preferences in a romantic partner. From a Stoic perspective, engaging in such conversations requires honesty and openness. Seneca emphasized the importance of truth and sincerity in human interactions. By responding truthfully to her questions, you create an environment of trust and authenticity. When she asks about your love life, it's essential to be respectful and considerate in your responses. Share your experiences and thoughts without being too boastful or dismissive. For instance, if she asks about your past relationships, you might say, "I've had some meaningful relationships in the past, but I'm currently single and focusing on personal growth." This kind of response shows that you're open to discussing your romantic history without being overly focused on it. Moreover, pay attention to her reactions and follow-up questions. Does she seem genuinely interested and engaged in the conversation? Does she share her own experiences or thoughts on relationships? These signs indicate that she's not just making small talk, but is genuinely interested in understanding your romantic inclinations and seeing if there's potential for a connection. It's also important to reciprocate her interest by asking her about her own experiences and thoughts on relationships. Show curiosity and empathy in your questions. For example, you might ask, "What qualities do you value most in a partner?" Or, "What's your perspective on maintaining a healthy relationship?" These questions not only show that you're interested in her opinions, but also help you understand her values and preferences better. From the perspective of Stoicism, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful during these conversations. Avoid rushing to conclusions or making assumptions based on her questions. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her interest without becoming overly dependent on her approval. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Additionally, discussing your love life with her can provide insights into her intentions and feelings. Is she asking out of curiosity, or is she trying to hint at her own interest in you? Pay attention to the context and tone of her questions. For example, if she asks about your ideal partner in a playful and flirtatious manner, it's likely that she's hinting at her own interest in you. It's also important to be mindful of her comfort level and boundaries. If she seems hesitant or uncomfortable discussing certain aspects of her love life, respect her space and avoid pushing further. Understanding and respecting these boundaries aligns with the Stoic principle of empathy and consideration for others. In conclusion, when an older woman asks about your love life, it's a strong sign of her interest. Engage in meaningful and respectful conversations, share your experiences and thoughts, and reciprocate her interest by asking about her own perspectives on relationships. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 5. She tells you she's single. When an older woman explicitly tells you that she's single, it's a clear and direct indication of her interest in you. Unlike younger women who might be more subtle or play hard to get, older women often prefer to be straightforward about their intentions. By sharing her relationship status, she's signaling that she's available and potentially interested in pursuing a romantic connection with you. For example, she might casually mention her single status in a conversation, saying something like, "I've been single for a while now," or "I'm enjoying my independence these days." These statements are not just about providing information, they are her way of opening the door for you to express your interest or to initiate further conversation about relationships. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such direct communication is important. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the significance of understanding and valuing human interactions. When she shares her single status, acknowledge it with interest and respect. This not only shows that you appreciate her openness, but also encourages further interaction. Responding to her statement with interest and curiosity is crucial. You might say, "It's great that you're enjoying your independence. What do you like to do in your free time?" This kind of response shows that you value her independence and are interested in getting to know her better. It also creates an opportunity for further conversation and connection. Moreover, sharing your own relationship status can help build a mutual understanding. If you're also single, let her know. This creates a common ground and opens the door for deeper conversations about relationships and personal experiences. For example, you might say, "I'm also single and focusing on personal growth. It's been an interesting journey." This kind of exchange fosters a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. Pay attention to her body language and tone when she shares her single status. Is she smiling, making eye contact, or using a playful tone? These nonverbal cues can amplify the impact of her words and reveal a deeper level of interest. For instance, if she mentions her single status with a twinkle in her eye or a playful smile, it's a strong indication that she's flirting and inviting you to make a move. From the perspective of Stoicism, it's essential to remain composed and thoughtful during these conversations. Avoid rushing to conclusions or becoming overly eager. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her openness without becoming too dependent on her approval. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Additionally, Sharing her single status can provide insights into her intentions and feelings. Is she mentioning it to see how you react, or is she inviting you to share your own experiences? Pay attention to the context and tone of her statement. For example, if she brings up her single status during a personal and intimate conversation, it's likely that she's hinting at her own interest in you. It's also important to be mindful of her comfort level and boundaries. If she seems hesitant or uncomfortable discussing her relationship status, respect her space and avoid pushing further. Understanding and respecting these boundaries aligns with the Stoic principle of empathy and consideration for others. In conclusion, when an older woman tells you that she's single, it's a clear and direct sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her openness, engage in meaningful and respectful conversations, and reciprocate her interest by sharing your own experiences. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 6. She finds excuses to touch you. Physical touch is a powerful form of communication, and when an older woman finds excuses to touch you, it's a clear sign that she's interested. Unlike younger women who might be more reserved, older women often feel more comfortable expressing their affection through touch. This can include a gentle pat on the back, a touch on the arm during a conversation, or even a playful nudge. These touches are not just accidental, they are intentional acts meant to create a physical connection and convey interest. For example, during a conversation, she might lightly touch your arm to emphasize a point or place her hand on your shoulder when she laughs. These small gestures are her way of bridging the physical gap between you and creating a sense of closeness. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and understanding these physical cues is essential. Epictetus taught that we should be mindful of our interactions and the signals we receive from others. When she initiates physical contact, respond with warmth and openness. If you're comfortable, reciprocate her touches in a natural and respectful manner. For instance, if she touches your arm during a conversation, you might lightly touch her hand or shoulder in return. This reciprocity not only acknowledges her interest, but also builds a mutual sense of comfort and connection. Pay attention to the frequency and context of her touches. Is she finding reasons to touch you frequently? Are these touches more common in private settings or social gatherings? The context and frequency of her physical contact can provide insights into her level of interest. For example, if she frequently touches you during private conversations, it indicates a deeper level of comfort and attraction. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful in these interactions. Avoid misinterpreting or overreacting to her touches. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her affection without becoming overly dependent on it. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Moreover, consider the nature of her touches. Are they gentle and affectionate, or more casual and playful? The nature of her physical contact can reveal her intentions and feelings. For example, gentle and affectionate touches indicate a deeper emotional connection, while playful touches suggest a sense of fun and flirtation. It's also essential to respect her boundaries and comfort levels. If she seems hesitant or uncomfortable with certain types of physical contact, avoid pushing further. Understanding and respecting these boundaries aligns with the Stoic principle of empathy and consideration for others. In conclusion, when an older woman finds excuses to touch you, it's a clear sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her physical affection, reciprocate it in a respectful and natural manner, and pay attention to the context and frequency of her touches. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 7. She laughs at your jokes. Laughter is a universal sign of enjoyment and connection. When an older woman consistently laughs at your jokes, it's a strong indication that she's interested in you. Older women, with their life experience and confidence, understand the importance of humor in building relationships. They are often more appreciative of genuine humor and less likely to engage in forced laughter. Therefore, when she laughs at your jokes, it's a sign that she enjoys your company and finds you engaging. For instance, if you notice that she laughs heartily at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny, it's a clear sign that she's trying to build a connection with you. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such positive reactions is important. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the significance of understanding and valuing human interactions. By acknowledging her laughter, you can understand her intentions and respond accordingly. When she laughs at your jokes, respond with appreciation and continue to engage her with your humor. Humor can be a powerful tool to build a connection and create a comfortable and enjoyable atmosphere. For example, if she laughs at a joke you made, you might follow up with another light-hearted comment or story. This not only keeps the conversation flowing, but also shows that you appreciate her enjoyment. Pay attention to the consistency and context of her laughter. Is she consistently laughing at your jokes in different settings? Does her laughter seem genuine and heartfelt? The consistency and genuineness of her laughter can provide insights into her level of interest. For example, if she consistently laughs at your jokes in both private and social settings, it indicates a deeper level of comfort and attraction. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful in these interactions. Avoid becoming overly reliant on her laughter for validation. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her enjoyment without becoming too dependent on it. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Moreover, consider her body language and facial expressions when she laughs. Is she making eye contact, leaning in, or touching you when she laughs? These nonverbal cues can amplify the impact of her laughter and reveal a deeper level of interest. For example, if she leans in and touches your arm while laughing, it's a strong indication that she's flirting and enjoys your company. It's also essential to reciprocate her enjoyment by showing interest in her humor. Laugh at her jokes and engage in playful banter. This mutual exchange of humor fosters a sense of camaraderie and connection. For example, if she makes a funny comment, respond with a light-hearted remark or a laugh. This shows that you value her humor and enjoy her company. In conclusion, when an older woman laughs at your jokes, it's a strong sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her laughter, engage her with your humor, and pay attention to the consistency and context of her reactions. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 8. She invites you to spend time together. When an older woman invites you to spend time together, whether it's for a casual coffee, a walk in the park, or attending an event, it's a strong indication of her interest. These invitations are her way of creating opportunities to get to know you better and build a connection. Unlike younger women who might be more hesitant or reserved, older women often feel more comfortable extending invitations and expressing their interest directly. For example, she might say, "Would you like to grab a coffee sometime?" Or, "There's a great exhibit at the museum this weekend. Would you like to join me?" These invitations are not just about spending time together, they are her way of expressing interest and creating opportunities for deeper interaction. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such invitations is important. Seneca emphasized the importance of understanding and valuing human interactions. By accepting her invitation, you show that you appreciate her interest and are open to building a connection. When she invites you to spend time together, respond with enthusiasm and appreciation. Accepting her invitation graciously shows that you value her effort and are interested in getting to know her better. For example, if she invites you for a coffee, you might say, "I'd love to." That sounds great. This kind of response shows that you appreciate her invitation and are looking forward to spending time together. Pay attention to the context and nature of her invitations. Is she inviting you to intimate and personal settings or more public and social events? The context of her invitations can provide insights into her level of interest. For example, if she invites you to a private dinner or a quiet walk, it indicates a deeper level of comfort and attraction. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful in these interactions. Avoid becoming overly eager or dependent on her invitations. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her interest without becoming too dependent on it. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Moreover, consider the frequency and spontaneity of her invitations. Is she inviting you frequently and spontaneously, or are her invitations more planned and occasional? The frequency and spontaneity of her invitations can reveal her level of interest and excitement about spending time with you. For example, if she frequently invites you to spontaneous outings, it indicates a strong interest and desire to spend time with you. It's also essential to reciprocate her efforts by extending invitations of your own. Show that you're interested in spending time together by suggesting activities or events that you both might enjoy. This mutual exchange of invitations fosters a sense of equality and shared interest. For example, if she invites you to a coffee, you might respond by suggesting a follow-up activity, such as, "That sounds great. How about we also check out that new restaurant afterward?" In conclusion, when an older woman invites you to spend time together, it's a strong sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her invitations, respond with enthusiasm and appreciation, and reciprocate her efforts by extending invitations of your own. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 9. She shares personal stories and experiences. When an older woman shares personal stories and experiences with you, it's a clear indication that she trusts you and wants to build a deeper connection. Unlike casual small talk, these stories often reveal her values, beliefs, and emotions. Older women, with their life experience and wisdom, understand the importance of vulnerability in building meaningful relationships. By sharing her personal experiences, she's opening up and inviting you to understand her on a deeper level. For instance, she might share stories about her childhood, her career, or significant life events. These stories are not just about providing information, they are her way of creating an emotional bond with you. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such openness is important. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the significance of understanding and valuing human interactions. By acknowledging her stories, you show that you appreciate her openness and are interested in building a deeper connection. When she shares personal stories, respond with empathy and interest. Show that you value her experiences by actively listening and engaging in the conversation. For example, if she shares a story about a challenging time in her life, you might say, "That sounds really tough. How did you manage to get through it?" This kind of response shows that you appreciate her vulnerability and are interested in understanding her experiences. Pay attention to the nature and context of her stories. Are her stories filled with emotions and personal reflections, or are they more factual and detached? The nature of her stories can reveal her intentions and feelings. For example, if her stories are filled with emotions and personal reflections, it indicates a deeper level of comfort and trust. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful in these interactions. Avoid rushing to conclusions or becoming overly eager. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her openness without becoming too dependent on it. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Moreover, consider the frequency and depth of her stories. Is she frequently sharing personal stories and experiences, or are these stories more occasional and surface level? The frequency and depth of her stories can provide insights into her level of interest and trust. For example, if she frequently shares deep and personal stories, it indicates a strong level of comfort and attraction. It's also essential to reciprocate her openness by sharing your own personal stories and experiences. Show that you're willing to be vulnerable and open up about your life. This mutual exchange of stories fosters a sense of equality and shared understanding. For example, if she shares a story about a significant life event, you might respond by sharing a similar experience from your own life. In conclusion, when an older woman shares personal stories and experiences with you, it's a clear sign of her interest and trust. Recognize and appreciate her openness, respond with empathy and interest, and reciprocate her efforts by sharing your own experiences. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. 10. She makes an effort to look good around you. When an older woman makes a noticeable effort to look good around you, it's a clear sign of her interest. This effort can include dressing nicely, wearing makeup, or styling her hair in a way that she knows you'll appreciate. Unlike younger women who might be more concerned with trends or peer opinions, older women often focus on looking good for themselves and the people they're interested in. By making an effort to look good around you, she's showing that she values your opinion and wants to make a positive impression. For instance, if you notice that she dresses up or wears her favorite perfume when she knows she'll see you, it's a strong indication that she's interested. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and valuing such efforts is important. Epictetus taught that we should be mindful of our interactions and the signals we receive from others. By acknowledging her efforts, you show that you appreciate her interest and are open to building a connection. When you notice her efforts to look good, compliment her sincerely. Genuine compliments show that you appreciate her effort and value her appearance. For example, if she's dressed up for an event, you might say, "You look amazing tonight. I love your dress." This kind of compliment shows that you appreciate her effort and are paying attention to her. Pay attention to the frequency and context of her efforts. Is she consistently making an effort to look good around you, or are these efforts more occasional? The frequency and context of her efforts can provide insights into her level of interest. For example, if she consistently dresses up and makes an effort to look good when she knows she'll see you, it indicates a deeper level of attraction. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to remain composed and thoughtful in these interactions. Avoid becoming overly focused on her appearance or dependent on her efforts for validation. Maintain a balanced and calm demeanor, showing that you appreciate her effort without becoming too reliant on it. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and rationality. Moreover, consider her reactions to your compliments and attention. Does she seem pleased and flattered by your compliments, or does she appear indifferent? Her reactions can reveal her feelings and intentions. For example, if she seems genuinely pleased and flattered by your compliments, it indicates that she values your opinion and enjoys your attention. It's also essential to reciprocate her efforts by making an effort to look good yourself. Show that you're interested in making a positive impression and value her opinion. This mutual effort to look good fosters a sense of equality and shared interest. For example, if you know you'll be seeing her at an event, take the time to dress nicely and groom yourself. In conclusion, when an older woman makes an effort to look good around you, it's a clear sign of her interest. Recognize and appreciate her efforts, compliment her sincerely, and reciprocate her efforts by making an effort to look good yourself. This will help you build a deeper connection and understand her better. By following these principles, you can navigate the complexities of human interactions with wisdom and grace, as the Stoics did. Extra chapter, she invites you to exclusive social gatherings. A distinct and telling sign that an older woman is interested in you is her invitation to exclusive social gatherings or events. This gesture indicates a desire to integrate you into her personal life and social circle, which is a significant step towards building a deeper connection. Older women often have established social networks, and inviting you into these circles is a way of sharing her life with you. Inclusion in her social circle. When an older woman invites you to a social gathering, it's more than just a casual invitation. It's a sign that she values your company and wants you to meet her friends and possibly even her family. This inclusion is a way of testing how you fit into her world and observing how you interact with important people in her life. For a Stoic, this is an opportunity to practice social virtues such as grace, respect, and attentiveness. Social gatherings can vary from intimate dinners and small get-togethers to larger events like parties or professional networking functions. The key is that these events are significant to her, and she's choosing to share them with you. This level of inclusion suggests that she sees potential in the relationship and is comfortable enough to let you see more of her life. The significance of shared experiences. Shared experiences at social gatherings create lasting memories and build stronger bonds. When you attend these events together, you're not just spending time in each other's company, you're creating a shared history. This is particularly meaningful with older women who may prioritize deeper connections over casual flings. At these gatherings, pay attention to how she interacts with you and others. If she makes an effort to introduce you, stays close to you, and involves you in conversations, these are strong indicators of her interest. Additionally, observe her body language and the subtle ways she might seek your attention amidst the crowd. Navigating social dynamics. From a Stoic perspective, navigating these social dynamics with poise and composure is crucial. Be mindful of the social setting and the norms of her circle. Show genuine interest in the people she introduces you to and engage in meaningful conversations. This not only reflects well on you, but also reinforces her decision to include you in her social sphere. Stoicism teaches the importance of being present and attentive. Use these gatherings as an opportunity to observe, listen, and engage thoughtfully. Show appreciation for the invitation and the chance to get to know her better through her social connections. This respectful and considerate approach aligns with Stoic principles and can deepen her interest in you. Following up after the event. How you follow up after attending a social gathering can also reinforce her interest. Express gratitude for the invitation and share your positive impressions of the event. Mention specific interactions or moments that you enjoyed, as this shows that you were genuinely engaged and appreciative of the experience. This follow-up can be a text message, a phone call, or even a face-to-face conversation. The key is to communicate that you value the time spent together and the opportunity to be part of her social world. This reinforces your interest in her and demonstrates that you're attentive and considerate. The power of shared social networks. When an older woman invites you into her social circle, it's also an indication that she's looking for someone who can blend seamlessly into her life. Building connections with her friends and acquaintances can strengthen your bond and provide a support network for your budding relationship. Remember, the way you handle these social interactions can significantly influence her perception of you. By being respectful, engaging, and genuinely interested, you show that you're capable of building meaningful connections beyond the two of you. This ability to navigate her social world with ease and grace can be incredibly attractive and affirming for an older woman. In conclusion, being invited to exclusive social gatherings is a powerful sign that an older woman is interested in you. It reflects her desire to integrate you into her personal life and see how you interact with her social circle. By handling these invitations with poise, respect, and genuine interest, you can strengthen your connection and pave the way for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. This approach aligns with Stoic principles of attentiveness, respect, and thoughtful engagement, helping you build a strong and lasting bond. In understanding the nuanced ways older women flirt, we've delved into the subtle art of recognizing signs that might otherwise go unnoticed. From genuine compliments and thoughtful questions to the intentionality behind showing up around you and openly discussing relationship statuses, these experienced women use their life wisdom to create connections that are both profound and meaningful. As we've seen, the Stoics understood the importance of recognizing and valuing these signs in human interactions. By applying Stoic principles of self-control, rationality, and empathy, you can navigate these encounters with grace and wisdom. Remember, the key to building a genuine connection lies in being present, understanding, and responsive to the subtle cues and signals of interest. So, next time you find yourself interacting with an older woman who exhibits these signs, remember to acknowledge and appreciate her interest, engage in meaningful conversations, and reciprocate her efforts with sincerity and respect. This approach not only helps you build a deeper connection, but also aligns with the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your experiences and thoughts on recognizing the signs of flirtation from older women. Let's continue the conversation and learn from each other's experiences. Until next time, stay wise and stay connected.
In ancient times, the Stoics were incredibly smart and observant. They could easily notice a woman who had been with many men, and only a small percentage of men today possess this keen awareness. The Stoics used their wisdom and observational skills to navigate relationships with confidence and clarity. As we delve into these 16 signs, remember that our goal is to understand human behavior and the complexities of intimate interactions, not to judge or criticize. By recognizing these signals, we aim to inspire you with valuable information that can encourage open-minded and transparent interactions in your relationships. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Watch this video till the end to fully grasp the nuances of these signs and to break free from societal control that often clouds our judgment. Chapter 1: Behavior and Attitude. When it comes to understanding whether a woman has had many sexual partners, her behavior and attitude can often provide revealing insights. Imagine you're at a social event and you notice a woman who emits an aura of flirtatiousness, constantly seeking attention from the opposite sex. She might participate in stimulating remarks or gestures, exuding confidence and charm. Such behavior can indicate a comfort with social interactions and a possible history of multiple partners. For instance, a woman who is regularly the life of the party, always at the forefront of attention, and thrives on men's validation may suggest a deeper underlying trend of promiscuity. However, it's crucial to differentiate between genuine sociability and signs that point towards a more complex sexual history. One of the key aspects to observe is consistency in behavior. A woman who frequently engages in flirtatious conduct across different settings, whether at social events, workplace gatherings, or casual meetups, might indicate a pattern. This behavior is not inherently negative, but can be a sign of her past experiences and interactions. Another significant factor is the nature of her interactions. Pay attention to how she engages with men. Does she seek validation through compliments, physical touch, or suggestive comments? These actions can reveal her comfort level with men and her possible familiarity with casual relationships. Furthermore, observe her body language. Confident body language, such as maintaining eye contact, using open gestures, and having a relaxed posture often indicates a person who is at ease with themselves and their surroundings. This ease can stem from a history of numerous social and intimate interactions. It's also important to note her responses to boundaries. A woman who frequently tests or crosses boundaries in social settings may exhibit a lack of inhibition that can be associated with a history of multiple partners. For example, someone who makes bold, forward comments or physical advances without much hesitation might indicate a certain level of impudence developed through past experiences. Chapter 2: Absence of emotional attachment. The absence of emotional attachment is another subtle yet significant sign. In relationships, emotional connection is crucial. When a woman prioritizes physical satisfaction over emotional connection, it might hint at a history of multiple partners. Imagine being in a developing relationship with someone who avoids discussions about the future, criticizes the idea of exclusivity, or maintains a generally pessimistic mindset towards relationships. Such behaviors often align with a habit of avoiding emotional connection. This tendency can stem from past experiences where relationships were more about physical interactions than emotional bonds. While it's important to respect people's boundaries and opinions, frequent avoidance of emotional depth can indicate a deeper underlying trend. Consider the frequency of short-term relationships or casual encounters in her history. A pattern of brief, non-committal relationships can point towards a preference for physical connection over emotional involvement. This isn't to say that everyone with a history of short-term relationships lacks the capacity for deep emotional bonds, but it can be an indicator when seen in conjunction with other signs. Pay attention to her communication style. Does she frequently change the subject when conversations become too personal or emotionally charged? This avoidance can be a defense mechanism developed over time to protect herself from emotional vulnerability. It can also reflect a comfort level with maintaining relationships at a more superficial, physical level. Another indicator is her attitude towards intimacy. A woman who is open and direct about her physical needs and desires, but less forthcoming about her feelings and emotions, might exhibit a disconnect between her physical and emotional selves. This disconnect can be a result of previous relationships where the emphasis was on physical intimacy rather than emotional connection. Additionally, consider her reactions to emotional expressions from you or others. Does she seem uncomfortable or dismissive when others express their feelings? This discomfort can indicate a lack of experience or interest in developing deep emotional connections, often associated with a history of prioritizing physical interactions. Chapter 3: Social Circle and Lifestyle. The company one keeps can offer significant insights into their behavior and lifestyle choices. As the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. A woman's social circle and lifestyle can provide telling hints about her sexual history. Observe her close friends and regular hangout spots. If her inner circle mostly comprises men, or if she frequently gravitates towards places known for casual hookups, such as clubs or bars, it could raise some concerns. For instance, if her close friends are predominantly male, it might indicate a comfort level and familiarity with the opposite sex that could be reflective of her past interactions. Consider her regular activities and hobbies. Does she often attend social events or parties where the atmosphere is more about casual interactions than building meaningful relationships? While there's nothing wrong with enjoying a night out, frequenting such environments can be indicative of a particular lifestyle choice. Pay attention to the dynamics within her social group. How does she interact with her friends? Are there frequent discussions or jokes about casual relationships and sexual experiences? Such interactions can reveal a lot about the group's collective attitude towards relationships and intimacy, which can, in turn, reflect her own experiences and mindset. Also, consider the nature of her conversations. Does she often talk about past relationships or encounters in a casual, nonchalant manner? This casual attitude towards discussing intimate details can suggest a level of comfort and familiarity with the topic that comes from experience. Another important aspect is the influence of her social circle on her behavior. People are often influenced by those they spend the most time with. If her friends frequently engage in casual relationships and she shares similar experiences, it can indicate a broader lifestyle trend. Chapter 4 are physical signs. While it's crucial to approach this matter with understanding and empathy, there are certain physical signs that, when looked into alongside other indicators, might provide further insights into a woman's sexual history. Physical appearance alone should never be used to pass judgment or make conclusions about someone's past, but certain clues can be significant when considered in context. For instance, visible tattoos associated with promiscuity or specific grooming behaviors can provide hints. While tattoos alone are not definitive proof of someone's sexual history, they can be indicative of personal choices and experiences. Similarly, grooming behaviors that suggest a high level of sexual activity can also be telling. Consider the presence of sexually transmitted infections, STIs. While this is a sensitive topic, it can be an important factor to consider. Frequent STIs can indicate a history of multiple sexual partners, but it's important to approach this with empathy and without judgment, as there are many factors that can contribute to someone's sexual health. Also, observe her comfort level with physical touch and intimacy. A woman who is very comfortable with physical contact, even in casual settings, might have a history of numerous intimate interactions. This ease with physical touch can be a result of past experiences where physical intimacy was common. Another physical sign to consider is her overall demeanor and confidence. Women who have had many partners often exhibit a certain level of confidence and self-assuredness that comes from experience. This confidence can manifest in their posture, eye contact, and general behavior in social settings. Lastly, consider any physical habits or quirks that might hint at a more active sexual history. For example, someone who frequently engages in flirtatious gestures or behaviors might be more experienced in intimate interactions. These habits can be subtle but telling when observed closely. Chapter 5: Past Relationship Patterns. Understanding a woman's past relationship patterns can offer significant insights into her sexual history. Patterns of behavior in past relationships often carry forward and can reveal a lot about someone's experiences and mindset. Look into the duration and nature of her past relationships. Has she had many short-term relationships or a few long-term ones? A history of multiple short-term relationships can indicate a preference for casual interactions over deep emotional connections. On the other hand, long-term relationships with frequent breakups can also suggest a complex relationship history. Pay attention to the reasons for past breakups. Does she frequently cite a lack of excitement or passion as a reason for ending relationships? This can suggest a desire for novelty and variety in her intimate interactions, which might indicate a history of multiple partners. Consider her attitude towards commitment. Is she hesitant to commit or often speaks negatively about long-term relationships? This attitude can be reflective of her past experiences and a possible preference for casual relationships. Observe her dating habits. Does she frequently date multiple people at once, or has she done so in the past? This behavior can indicate a comfort level with juggling multiple relationships and a possible history of many partners. Additionally, consider her openness about past relationships. Is she willing to discuss her past openly, or does she avoid the topic? While everyone has the right to privacy, a lack of openness about past relationships can sometimes indicate a desire to conceal a complex sexual history. Finally, look at her relationship goals. Does she express a desire for stability and commitment, or does she seem more interested in casual, short-term interactions? Her relationship goals can provide valuable insights into her mindset and past experiences. Chapter 6: Attitudes Towards Sex. A woman's attitudes towards sex can be very telling of her sexual history. These attitudes are often shaped by past experiences and can reveal a lot about her approach to intimacy. For instance, if she is very open and comfortable discussing sex, it may indicate a level of experience and familiarity with the topic. This openness might be reflected in her willingness to talk about her preferences, experiences, and desires without hesitation or discomfort. Her views on casual sex versus committed relationships can also provide insights. A woman who speaks positively about casual sex and sees it as a normal part of life might have a history of engaging in such encounters. This attitude is not inherently negative, but it can suggest a certain level of experience with multiple partners. Conversely, if she strongly values sex within committed relationships and expresses disdain for casual hookups, it might indicate a different kind of sexual history. Additionally, consider how she reacts to discussions about sexual ethics and morality. Does she have a more liberal view, believing that sex is a personal choice and not necessarily tied to emotional bonds? Or does she hold more conservative views, seeing sex as something that should be reserved for serious relationships? These perspectives can be shaped by her experiences and the values she has developed over time. Her behavior in relationships can also offer clues. For example, if she initiates physical intimacy early on and is very comfortable with it, this might indicate a past where physical connections were established quickly. On the other hand, if she takes a more cautious approach and prefers to build emotional intimacy first, it might reflect a different set of experiences. Another aspect to consider is her sexual confidence. Women who have had multiple partners often display a high level of confidence in their sexual selves. This can manifest in their ability to communicate their desires clearly, their comfort with their own bodies, and their overall approach to intimacy. This confidence can be a positive trait, indicating self-awareness and a strong sense of personal agency. Her responses to sexual advances can also be telling. If she is very adept at handling flirtatious behavior and knows how to navigate sexual tension with ease, it might suggest a history of dealing with such situations frequently. This skill in managing sexual dynamics can be a sign of experience and familiarity with intimate interactions. Moreover, her sexual boundaries and how she communicates them can provide insights. A woman who has clear boundaries and is confident in asserting them likely has a strong sense of self and knows what she wants and doesn't want. This clarity can come from past experiences where she has learned to prioritize her own needs and comfort. Additionally, Pay attention to how she discusses her past sexual experiences. Is she open and honest about them, or does she avoid the topic? An openness about her past can indicate comfort and acceptance of her sexual history, while avoidance might suggest discomfort or a desire to keep certain aspects private. Finally, consider her overall approach to relationships and intimacy. Does she view sex as an integral part of a healthy relationship, or does she see it as a separate, less important aspect? Her perspective on this can reveal a lot about her past experiences and how they have shaped her current views on intimacy. Chapter 7: Confidence and Self-Assuredness. A woman's confidence and self-assuredness can be significant indicators of her sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often exhibit a level of confidence and self-assuredness that comes from a variety of experiences. This confidence can be seen in various aspects of their demeanor, from the way they carry themselves to how they interact with others. For instance, a woman who walks into a room with her head held high, makes eye contact with ease, and engages in conversations confidently is likely someone who feels comfortable in her own skin. This kind of self-assuredness often comes from having navigated numerous social and intimate interactions successfully. Such women are often very comfortable with their sexuality and are not afraid to express themselves, both verbally and non-verbally. This confidence can also be observed in her approach to challenges and how she handles herself in difficult situations. A woman who remains composed and calm under pressure likely has a strong sense of self, which can be a result of having faced and overcome various experiences in her past. This kind of resilience and poise is often developed through a history of diverse interactions and relationships. Moreover, consider how she responds to compliments and attention. A woman who gracefully accepts compliments and knows how to handle attention without becoming flustered or awkward likely has a history of receiving such attention frequently. This ease with being in the spotlight can be a sign of familiarity with social and intimate dynamics where she has often been the center of attention. Her ability to communicate effectively, especially about her needs and desires, is another indicator. Women with a history of multiple partners often learn to articulate their preferences clearly and confidently. This ability to communicate openly and assertively about intimate matters can be a sign of experience and self-awareness. Furthermore, her body language can provide significant clues. Confident body language, such as standing tall, using open gestures, and maintaining eye contact, often indicates a person who is at ease with themselves and their surroundings. This ease can stem from a history of numerous social and intimate interactions, where she has learned to navigate and manage different dynamics successfully. Pay attention to her interactions with both men and women. A woman who engages comfortably and confidently with people of all genders likely has a broad social experience that includes various types of relationships. This comfort level can be indicative of a diverse sexual and social history. Also, consider how she handles rejection or setbacks. A woman who takes rejection in stride and does not let it affect her self-esteem is likely someone who has experienced and learned from such situations in the past. This resilience and ability to bounce back from setbacks can be a sign of maturity and experience in dealing with intimate and social interactions. Lastly, her overall demeanor and the way she presents herself can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a strong sense of personal style and self-presentation. They know what looks good on them, what makes them feel confident, and how to project their best selves. This self-awareness and confidence in presentation can be a result of a rich history of social and intimate experiences. Chapter 8: Communication and Interaction Style. The way a woman communicates and interacts with others can provide deep insights into her sexual history. Communication style, in particular, can reveal much about her experiences, attitudes, and approach to relationships. A woman who is very articulate and open in her communication likely has a history of engaging in meaningful conversations about intimacy and relationships. She might be adept at expressing her feelings, desires, and boundaries clearly, which can be a sign of her comfort with discussing intimate topics. This kind of openness and clarity in communication often comes from experience and a willingness to engage in honest dialogues about her needs and experiences. Additionally, observe her listening skills. Women who have had multiple partners often develop strong listening skills, as they have learned the importance of understanding their partner's needs and perspectives. Effective communication is a two-way street, and being a good listener is just as important as being a good speaker. Her ability to listen attentively and respond thoughtfully can be a sign of her relational experiences and emotional intelligence. Her use of humor and how she handles sensitive topics can also be telling. A woman who can joke about intimate topics comfortably, without crossing boundaries or making others uncomfortable, likely has a history of navigating these conversations with ease. Humor can be a powerful tool in communication, especially when discussing potentially awkward or sensitive subjects. Her ability to use humor appropriately can indicate a level of familiarity and comfort with intimate interactions. Moreover, consider how she navigates conflicts and disagreements. Women who have had multiple partners often develop strong conflict resolution skills. They know how to handle disagreements constructively without escalating tensions or resorting to negative behaviors. This ability to manage conflicts effectively can be a sign of her maturity and experience in relationships. Pay attention to her nonverbal communication as well. Body language, facial expressions, and eye contact are crucial components of communication. A woman who uses these nonverbal cues effectively likely has a high level of social and emotional intelligence. For instance, maintaining eye contact during conversations, using gestures to emphasize points, and mirroring others' body language can all be signs of her engagement and comfort in social interactions. Her responsiveness to your communication is another key aspect. Does she respond promptly and thoughtfully to your messages and conversations? A woman who is engaged and responsive in communication likely values the relationship and is invested in maintaining open lines of dialogue. This level of engagement can indicate her comfort with intimate and personal interactions. Additionally, consider her communication style in different contexts. How does she communicate in public versus private settings? A woman who maintains consistency in her communication style across different contexts likely has a strong sense of self and confidence in her interactions. This consistency can be a sign of her experience and comfort with being her authentic self in various situations. Finally, her ability to set and respect boundaries in communication is crucial. A woman who clearly articulates her boundaries and respects yours likely has a healthy approach to relationships. This ability to navigate boundaries effectively can be a result of her past experiences where she has learned the importance of mutual respect and understanding in intimate interactions.
Chapter 9: Emotional Intelligence and Empathy. Emotional intelligence and empathy are critical traits that can provide insights into a woman's sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a high level of emotional intelligence, which enables them to navigate complex social and intimate interactions effectively. Emotional intelligence involves being aware of and managing one's own emotions, as well as recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. A woman with high emotional intelligence is likely very perceptive and can pick up on subtle emotional cues from those around her. This perceptiveness can be a result of her experiences in various relationships where understanding and managing emotions were essential. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is another crucial aspect. A woman who demonstrates high levels of empathy is likely very attuned to the emotional states of those around her. This ability to empathize often comes from having navigated a range of emotional experiences in her past relationships. Her capacity for empathy can make her a compassionate and understanding partner, able to provide emotional support when needed. Observe how she responds to your emotions and the emotions of others. Does she offer comfort and support when you are feeling down? Does she celebrate your successes with genuine joy? Her responses to these emotional states can reveal a lot about her emotional intelligence and empathy. Consider her ability to handle her own emotions as well. Women with high emotional intelligence often have a good grasp of their own emotions and can manage them effectively. This self-awareness and emotional regulation can be a sign of her maturity and experience in dealing with complex emotional situations. Her ability to communicate her emotions clearly is another important factor. Women who have had multiple partners often learn to express their emotions openly and honestly. This transparency can help build trust and intimacy in a relationship. If she is able to articulate her feelings without hesitation or fear, it can indicate her comfort with emotional vulnerability. Furthermore, pay attention to her conflict resolution skills. A woman with high emotional intelligence knows how to navigate conflicts in a constructive manner. She can stay calm and composed during disagreements, seek to understand the other person's perspective, and work towards a resolution that satisfies both parties. These skills are often developed through experience in managing various relational dynamics. Her reactions to emotional situations in social settings can also provide clues. For example, if she remains composed and supportive during a friend's emotional crisis, it can indicate her ability to handle intense emotions with grace. This kind of emotional stability and supportiveness can be a sign of her empathetic nature and emotional intelligence. Additionally, consider her ability to form deep emotional connections. Women with high emotional intelligence often value and seek out deep, meaningful connections with others. They are not afraid to invest emotionally in their relationships and are capable of forming strong bonds. This capacity for deep connection can be a result of her past experiences where emotional intimacy was a significant aspect of her relationships. Finally, her overall demeanor and approach to life can be very telling. Women who are emotionally intelligent and empathetic often exhibit a positive and balanced outlook on life. They are able to navigate life's challenges with resilience and maintain a sense of inner peace. This balanced approach to life can be a reflection of their rich emotional and relational experiences. Chapter 10: Sexual Knowledge and Experience. Sexual knowledge and experience can provide significant insights into a woman's sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often possess a wealth of knowledge about sexual health, techniques, and preferences, which can be indicative of their experiences. A woman with extensive sexual knowledge is likely very informed about various aspects of sexual health. She might be well-versed in topics such as contraception, sexually transmitted infections, STIs, and safe sex practices. This knowledge can come from her own experiences, as well as a proactive approach to educating herself about sexual health. Her awareness and understanding of these topics can be a sign of her experience and familiarity with intimate relationships. Additionally, consider her comfort level in discussing sexual topics. A woman who is very open and knowledgeable about different sexual techniques and preferences likely has a history of exploring and experimenting in her intimate interactions. This comfort and confidence in discussing such topics can indicate a high level of experience and familiarity with sex. Observe her ability to communicate her sexual desires and preferences clearly. Women with extensive sexual experience often know what they like and are not afraid to express their needs and desires. This clarity and assertiveness in communication can be a sign of her confidence and experience in intimate relationships. Her reactions to new sexual experiences can also be telling. A woman who is open to trying new things and exploring different aspects of sexuality likely has a history of being adventurous and curious in her intimate interactions. This willingness to explore and experiment can be a reflection of her past experiences and her comfort with sexual intimacy. Furthermore, consider her responses to your sexual needs and desires. Women with a high level of sexual experience are often very attentive and responsive to their partner's needs. They know how to create a mutually satisfying sexual experience and are skilled at adapting to different preferences and desires. This attentiveness and adaptability can be a sign of her experience and proficiency in intimate relationships. Pay attention to her sexual confidence as well. Women who have had multiple partners often exhibit a high level of confidence in their sexual selves. This confidence can manifest in their ability to take the lead during intimate moments, their comfort with their own bodies, and their overall approach to sex. This confidence can be a result of their experiences and the knowledge they have gained from those experiences. Additionally, consider her attitude towards sexual experimentation and exploration. A woman who is open to exploring different aspects of sexuality and is not afraid to try new things likely has a history of being adventurous and curious in her intimate interactions. This openness to exploration can be a sign of her experience and comfort with sexual intimacy. Finally, her overall approach to sexual health and well-being can be very telling. Women who are proactive about their sexual health, such as regularly getting tested for STIs and maintaining open communication about safe sex practices, likely have a high level of awareness and responsibility when it comes to their sexual well-being. This proactive approach can be a reflection of their experiences and the importance they place on maintaining a healthy and safe sexual lifestyle. Chapter 11: Perception of Relationships. A woman's perception of relationships can provide deep insights into her sexual history. Her views on love, commitment, and intimacy are often shaped by her past experiences and can reveal a lot about her approach to relationships. Consider her attitude towards commitment. A woman who is hesitant to commit or expresses a preference for casual relationships might have a history of multiple partners. This attitude can be a result of past experiences where commitment was not a significant factor. On the other hand, a woman who values commitment and seeks long-term relationships likely has different experiences that have shaped her views. Observe her views on monogamy versus polyamory. A woman who is open to or prefers polyamorous relationships might have a history of multiple partners and a comfort level with maintaining multiple intimate connections simultaneously. Conversely, a strong preference for monogamy can indicate a different kind of relational history. Her thoughts on emotional intimacy versus physical intimacy can also be revealing. A woman who places a high value on emotional intimacy and views it as more important than physical intimacy might have a different approach to relationships compared to someone who prioritizes physical connections. These views can be shaped by her past experiences and the types of relationships she has had. Additionally, consider her approach to building and maintaining relationships. Women who have had multiple partners often develop strong relational skills and know how to navigate the complexities of intimate connections. They might be adept at managing relationship dynamics, communicating effectively, and resolving conflicts. These skills can be a sign of their experience and familiarity with intimate relationships. Her ability to form deep emotional connections is another important factor. Women who value and seek out deep emotional bonds likely have a history of investing emotionally in their relationships. This capacity for deep connection can be a result of her past experiences where emotional intimacy was a significant aspect of her relationships. Observe her reactions to discussions about relationship goals and future plans. A woman who is clear and articulate about her relationship goals likely has a strong sense of what she wants and needs in a relationship. This clarity can be a result of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from past relationships. Her overall approach to relationships and intimacy can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a balanced and mature perspective on relationships. They understand the importance of both emotional and physical intimacy and know how to navigate the complexities of intimate connections. This balanced approach can be a reflection of their rich relational experiences. Finally, consider her views on the importance of communication in relationships. A woman who emphasizes the need for open and honest communication likely has a history of valuing and maintaining healthy relational dynamics. This emphasis on communication can be a sign of her experience and understanding of what it takes to build and maintain strong relationships. Chapter 12: Sexual Boundaries and Respect. A woman's approach to sexual boundaries and respect can provide significant insights into her sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a strong sense of their own boundaries and a deep respect for the boundaries of others. This awareness and respect can be a reflection of their experiences and the understanding they have gained from navigating various intimate interactions. Consider her ability to set and communicate her boundaries clearly. Women with extensive sexual experience often know what they want and are not afraid to express their boundaries. This clarity in communication can be a sign of her confidence and experience in intimate relationships. For instance, if she is able to articulate her comfort levels and preferences without hesitation, it can indicate a strong sense of self-awareness and experience. Her respect for your boundaries is also crucial. A woman who respects your boundaries and ensures that both parties are comfortable likely has a healthy approach to intimacy. This respect can be a sign of her understanding of the importance of mutual consent and comfort in sexual interactions. If she consistently seeks your consent and checks in with you about your comfort levels, it can indicate her experience and respect for healthy sexual dynamics. Additionally, consider how she handles discussions about boundaries and consent. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a nuanced understanding of these topics and know how to navigate these discussions effectively. They are likely very attentive and responsive to their partner's needs and ensure that both parties feel safe and comfortable. This attentiveness and understanding can be a sign of her experience and proficiency in intimate relationships. Observe her reactions to situations where boundaries might be tested. A woman who remains respectful and understanding in such situations likely has a strong sense of empathy and emotional intelligence. She knows how to navigate complex dynamics and ensure that both parties feel respected and valued. This ability to handle such situations with grace can be a result of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from past interactions. Her approach to sexual health and safety is another important factor. Women who are proactive about their sexual health, such as regularly getting tested for STIs and maintaining open communication about safe sex practices, likely have a high level of awareness and responsibility when it comes to their sexual well-being. This proactive approach can be a reflection of their experiences and the importance they place on maintaining a healthy and safe sexual lifestyle. Pay attention to her ability to navigate consent and boundaries in different contexts. For example, how does she handle consent and boundaries in casual versus committed relationships? Her approach might vary depending on the context, and this variability can provide insights into her experiences and understanding of different types of intimate dynamics. Her overall demeanor and approach to intimacy can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a balanced and mature perspective on sexual boundaries and respect. They understand the importance of mutual consent and comfort and know how to navigate the complexities of intimate interactions effectively. This balanced approach can be a reflection of their rich relational experiences and the understanding they have gained from them. Finally, consider her views on the importance of mutual respect and consent in relationships. A woman who emphasizes the need for mutual respect and consent likely has a history of valuing and maintaining healthy relational dynamics. This emphasis on respect and consent can be a sign of her experience and understanding of what it takes to build and maintain strong and healthy intimate connections. Chapter 13: Adaptability and Flexibility. Adaptability and flexibility in intimate relationships can provide deep insights into a woman's sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a high level of adaptability and flexibility, which enables them to navigate different dynamics and situations effectively. Consider her ability to adapt to new situations and dynamics. A woman who is very adaptable and can handle changes in the relationship with ease likely has a history of navigating various types of intimate interactions. This adaptability can be a sign of her experience and comfort with different relationship dynamics. For instance, if she can adjust her behavior and expectations based on the needs of the relationship, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence. Her flexibility in accommodating her partner's needs and desires is another important factor. Women with extensive sexual experience often know how to balance their own needs with those of their partners. This ability to accommodate and adapt can be a sign of her proficiency in maintaining healthy and satisfying relationships. If she is able to compromise and find solutions that work for both parties, it can indicate a mature and experienced approach to intimacy. Observe her reactions to unexpected situations or challenges in the relationship. A woman who remains calm and composed in the face of challenges likely has a strong sense of resilience and adaptability. This ability to handle difficulties with grace can be a result of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from past relationships. If she can navigate conflicts and challenges without becoming overwhelmed, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence. Her willingness to try new things and explore different aspects of the relationship can also be telling. Women who are open to experimentation and exploration likely have a history of being adventurous and curious in their intimate interactions. This openness to new experiences can be a reflection of their comfort with sexual intimacy and their desire to keep the relationship dynamic and exciting. Additionally, consider her ability to balance independence and togetherness in the relationship. Women with high relational intelligence often know how to maintain a healthy balance between their own independence and the needs of the relationship. This balance can be a sign of her experience and understanding of the importance of both individual and shared aspects of intimacy. Pay attention to her communication style in different contexts. For example, how does she communicate during conflicts versus during positive moments? Her ability to adjust her communication style based on the situation can provide insights into her adaptability and relational intelligence. If she can navigate different dynamics effectively, it can indicate a high level of experience and proficiency in intimate relationships. Our overall approach to problem solving in the relationship can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop strong problem-solving skills and know how to find solutions that work for both parties. This ability to navigate challenges and find mutually satisfying solutions can be a sign of her maturity and experience in maintaining healthy relationships. Finally, consider her views on the importance of adaptability and flexibility in relationships. A woman who values and emphasizes the need for adaptability and flexibility likely has a history of maintaining dynamic and satisfying relationships. This emphasis on adaptability and flexibility can be a reflection of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from them. Chapter 14: Understanding of Intimacy. A woman's understanding of intimacy can provide significant insights into her sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a deep and nuanced understanding of intimacy, which can be indicative of their experiences and approach to relationships. Consider her views on the different dimensions of intimacy. A woman who understands that intimacy goes beyond physical connection and includes emotional, intellectual, and spiritual dimensions likely has a rich relational history. This comprehensive understanding of intimacy can be a sign of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from past relationships. Her ability to form deep emotional connections is another important factor. Women who value and seek out deep emotional bonds likely have a history of investing emotionally in their relationships. This capacity for deep connection can be a result of her past experiences where emotional intimacy was a significant aspect of her relationships. Observe her approach to maintaining intimacy in the relationship. A woman who is proactive about nurturing and maintaining intimacy likely has a strong sense of what it takes to build and sustain a healthy relationship. This proactive approach can be a sign of her experience and understanding of the importance of intimacy in relationships. If she consistently makes efforts to keep the intimacy alive, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence. Her willingness to be vulnerable and open in the relationship is another key aspect. Women who have had multiple partners often learn the importance of vulnerability in building deep connections. If she is comfortable being vulnerable and sharing her innermost thoughts and feelings, it can indicate a high level of comfort with intimacy and a strong sense of self-awareness. Additionally, consider her reactions to your vulnerability. A woman who responds with empathy and understanding when you are vulnerable likely has a deep capacity for emotional intimacy. This empathetic response can be a sign of her experience and her ability to form and maintain deep emotional connections. Her understanding of the importance of trust in intimacy is crucial. Women with extensive relational experience often know that trust is a foundational element of intimacy. If she prioritizes building and maintaining trust in the relationship, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence and understanding. This emphasis on trust can be a reflection of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from them. Pay attention to her ability to balance intimacy and independence in the relationship. Women with high relational intelligence often know how to maintain a healthy balance between closeness and individuality. This balance can be a sign of her experience and understanding of the importance of both individual and shared aspects of intimacy. Our overall approach to intimacy can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a balanced and mature perspective on intimacy. They understand the importance of both emotional and physical intimacy and know how to navigate the complexities of intimate connections effectively. This balanced approach can be a reflection of their rich relational experiences and the understanding they have gained from them. Finally, consider her views on the role of intimacy in a relationship. A woman who values and emphasizes the need for intimacy likely has a history of maintaining deep and satisfying relationships. This emphasis on intimacy can be a reflection of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from them. Chapter 15: Emotional Resilience and Maturity. Emotional resilience and maturity in intimate relationships can provide deep insights into a woman's sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a high level of emotional resilience and maturity, which enables them to navigate the ups and downs of relationships effectively. Consider her ability to handle emotional challenges and setbacks. A woman who remains calm and composed during difficult times likely has a strong sense of emotional resilience. This resilience can be a sign of her experience in dealing with various relational dynamics and emotional situations. For instance, if she can navigate conflicts and challenges without becoming overwhelmed, it can indicate a high level of emotional intelligence and maturity. Her approach to managing her own emotions is another important factor. Women with extensive relational experience often know how to regulate their emotions and maintain a sense of balance. This ability to manage emotions effectively can be a sign of her proficiency in maintaining healthy and stable relationships. If she is able to stay composed and rational during emotional situations, it can indicate a strong sense of self-awareness and maturity. Observe her reactions to your emotional needs and challenges. A woman who is attentive and supportive during your emotional difficulties likely has a deep capacity for empathy and emotional intelligence. This attentiveness can be a sign of her experience and her ability to form and maintain emotionally supportive relationships. If she consistently offers comfort and support when you are feeling down, it can indicate her emotional resilience and maturity. Her willingness to engage in difficult conversations and address emotional issues head-on is another key aspect. Women who have had multiple partners often learn the importance of open and honest communication in maintaining healthy relationships. If she is comfortable discussing difficult topics and addressing emotional issues directly, it can indicate a high level of emotional intelligence and relational maturity. Additionally, consider her ability to learn and grow from past experiences. A woman who reflects on her past relationships and uses those experiences to improve her current and future relationships likely has a high level of emotional resilience and maturity. This ability to learn and grow can be a sign of her experience and her commitment to personal and relational development. Our understanding of the importance of emotional boundaries is crucial. Women with extensive relational experience often know that maintaining healthy emotional boundaries is essential for a balanced and satisfying relationship. If she prioritizes setting and respecting emotional boundaries, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence and understanding. This emphasis on boundaries can be a reflection of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from them. Pay attention to her overall demeanor and approach to life. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a balanced and mature perspective on relationships and life in general. They understand the importance of maintaining a positive outlook and navigating life's challenges with resilience and grace. This balanced approach can be a reflection of their rich relational experiences and the understanding they have gained from them. Her ability to balance emotional closeness and independence in the relationship is another important factor. Women with high relational intelligence often know how to maintain a healthy balance between emotional intimacy and individuality. This balance can be a sign of her experience and understanding of the importance of both emotional connection and personal autonomy. Finally, consider her views on the role of emotional resilience and maturity in a relationship. A woman who values and emphasizes the need for emotional resilience and maturity likely has a history of maintaining deep and satisfying relationships. This emphasis on resilience and maturity can be a reflection of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from them. Chapter 16: Ability to foster mutual growth. A woman's ability to foster mutual growth in a relationship can provide significant insights into her sexual history. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a strong understanding of the importance of mutual growth and support in maintaining healthy and fulfilling relationships. Consider her willingness to support your personal growth and development. A woman who actively encourages and supports your goals and aspirations likely has a history of valuing and fostering mutual growth in her relationships. This support can be a sign of her experience and her commitment to maintaining a balanced and supportive partnership. If she consistently encourages you to pursue your dreams and offers her support, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence and understanding. Her ability to seek and accept support from you is another important factor. Women with extensive relational experience often understand the importance of mutual support in a relationship. This ability to seek and accept support can be a sign of her proficiency in maintaining a balanced and mutually satisfying relationship. If she is comfortable relying on you for support and values your contributions to her growth, it can indicate a strong sense of mutual respect and understanding. Observe her approach to shared goals and aspirations. A woman who actively engages in setting and working towards shared goals likely has a deep understanding of the importance of mutual growth in a relationship. This collaborative approach can be a sign of her experience and her ability to maintain a dynamic and fulfilling partnership. If she consistently works with you to achieve shared goals and supports your collective aspirations, it can indicate a high level of relational intelligence and maturity. Her willingness to engage in self-improvement and personal development is another key aspect. Women who have had multiple partners often learn the importance of continuous self-improvement and personal growth. If she actively seeks opportunities for self-improvement and values personal development, it can indicate a high level of self-awareness and commitment to growth. This proactive approach to self-improvement can be a reflection of her experiences and the lessons she has learned from past relationships. Additionally, consider her ability to foster a growth-oriented environment in a relationship. A woman who creates and maintains an environment that encourages mutual growth and development likely has a high level of relational intelligence and understanding. This ability to foster a growth-oriented environment can be a sign of her experience and her commitment to maintaining a healthy and fulfilling partnership. Her approach to navigating challenges and setbacks is crucial. Women with extensive relational experience often understand that challenges and setbacks are opportunities for growth and learning. If she approaches difficulties with a growth mindset and seeks to learn from them, it can indicate a high level of emotional resilience and maturity. This growth-oriented approach can be a reflection of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from them. Pay attention to her ability to balance individual growth with mutual development. Women with high relational intelligence often know how to maintain a healthy balance between their own personal growth and the growth of the relationship. This balance can be a sign of her experience and understanding of the importance of both individual and shared aspects of growth and development. Our overall approach to fostering mutual growth in a relationship can be very telling. Women who have had multiple partners often develop a balanced and mature perspective on the importance of mutual growth and support. They understand that a healthy relationship requires continuous effort and mutual investment in each other's growth and well-being. This balanced approach can be a reflection of their rich relational experiences and the understanding they have gained from them. Finally, consider her views on the role of mutual growth in a relationship. A woman who values and emphasizes the need for mutual growth and support likely has a history of maintaining deep and satisfying relationships. This emphasis on mutual growth can be a reflection of her experiences and the understanding she has gained from them. In wrapping up this episode, it's important to remember that understanding the signs of a woman's sexual history is not about passing judgment, but about fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. The Stoics, with their incredible wisdom and insight, taught us the value of observation and understanding human behavior. They emphasized that true wisdom lies in recognizing patterns and behaviors while maintaining empathy and respect. Each of the signs we discussed today, from confidence in intimacy and open communication about sexual history to emotional resilience and the ability to foster mutual growth, offers insights into the complex and multifaceted nature of human relationships. These signs can help you navigate your interactions with women more effectively, enabling you to build stronger, more fulfilling connections. It's also crucial to approach this topic with sensitivity and an open mind. While these signs can provide valuable clues, they should never be used to make harsh judgments or assumptions about someone's character or worth. Instead, use this knowledge to enhance your understanding and improve your relationships, fostering an environment of trust, respect, and mutual growth. Thank you for joining us in this insightful journey through the Stoic perspective on understanding a woman's sexual history. We hope this episode has provided you with valuable information and a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of intimate relationships. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Your feedback helps us continue to create content that resonates with you and provides the insights you seek. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve into the wisdom of the Stoics and apply it to modern-day relationships and personal growth. Until next time, remember that true understanding and connection come from a place of empathy, respect, and continuous learning. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and apply it in your daily life to build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.